And welcome back to Weekly Geekdom. Today is going to be a fun one. As always, I'm joined by Don, Jason. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing spectacular. Got a little drink.
Awesome.
So
Yes.
tonight's going to be a fun one.
Should
We're
be.
not alone. We are joined by the reigning, defending, undisputed manager of the year, the leader of the Schmodown Dungeon, producer, comedian, all around great guy, John Kaiser.
Absolutely. Bring him in. You doing like a Mr.
How's it going,
Rogers?
Kaiser?
Are you doing like a Mr. Rogers thing back there?
You do the sweater?
I don't know. He's doing, yeah. You need the sweater and everything.
It's a beautiful day in Manhattan Beach. A beautiful day in Manhattan Beach. Won't you be mine?
Nice.
Won't you be my hater? How are you, Joey?
Doing well, doing well. How about
Been
you?
a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Don, I haven't seen you since the penitentiary, since the gym.
Yes. Yes. That was the last time.
You set the squat record at San Quentin.
I've been known to do a few squats.
Yeah. Well, it's
You
like
are.
your buddy
you
over
are
there,
muted,
Fritos.
Sia.
What's that?
He's muted down there. Can't hear him.
Well, speaking of squats, he appears to be squatting at his brother's house. His brother's loft in Brooklyn.
I am from Brooklyn, but I'm not currently there.
See that I'm psychic.
Clairvoyant bastard, you.
Oh yeah. I'm
Let's see. This is 3 New Yorkers here. It's gonna be fun.
Trace New Yorkinos.
Oh, so
Josh
you
says
did-
he's doing well.
Right, Josh and Rikers. Okay.
Ah,
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Big E and me go back even further than me and Big Don. Me and Big E did that bank job in Sea Caucus. It was me, Mo Green. Who else was there?
Frankie Fingers.
What was the guy John Voight set up in Heat? Wayne Grow. He set up Wayne Grow to get the. Wayne Grow was on that job. Joe, you look like you're related to Wayne Grow.
No, not no Wayne.
Both of Hungarian Italian descent.
There's very few of us. We're a
Ah.
close-knit community.
Oh,
Call ourselves Stupid Guineas.
I don't know about all that.
We're proud people.
I would never call yourself stupid. The other thing, maybe.
You don't want a double entendre.
What is that in the background? Like a fire dog? That looks like a dog from a Budweiser commercial.
He has 5 of those horses.
I have
Wow.
5 Great Danes. Yeah.
That's a pretty. You got a
Big
couple.
road.
Oh man, you got more than one back there, huh?
He's got a starting NBA lineup.
Are we raising money for PETA today, or what are we doing?
No, I need to.
Are we
I can't feed these horses anymore.
okay? We can
don't,
start a GoFund for the Purina Fund.
Like the Glue Factory Fund.
Oh my God,
I know.
Whoa.
they look like the Bumpus Hounds from the Christmas Story back there.
The Hounds of Baskerville.
That's like a Disney movie.
That's why they don't have to feed them anymore. They just go around eating the neighbors.
It's the
Right.
funniest
Yeah,
thing.
right.
They all they're like dopey, all of them. They're all 5 of them are dopey.
It's true.
My first question is, why me? Why am I here? Did Kate or Winston or someone with some actual talent cancel, and that's why I got the call?
Not at all.
Oh,
You were one of the first people that we wanted to have on this show.
Oh, absolutely.
because-
For sure.
You are a personality amongst personalities,
oh.
a legend in his own rights, and a man of many talents and fields, man of vast knowledge,
All the fields.
all the fields, the ones in
Every single
Kansas.
one of them.
There's the fields in Oregon, but those fields, a little different.
Those are the crop circles. That's a lot of conspiracy shit.
Those
going
are
on.
the fields.
Fields.
See, now you're getting really.
Talk about
when
the
you were
killing
from
fields or the
Brooklyn,
cocaine
Now you knew
fields?
about my crop circle
Talking
experience.
about the weed
What else
fields.
do you know about me?
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
The other fields in Afghanistan. Then you got the.
Oh,
God.
we know that your mother yelled at you 6 times to make your bed, and you still didn't listen to it. That we know that much about you.
That
Yeah,
did
I'll tell
happen.
you. You got 0 out of 5 stars for starting your day right.
So we're recapping Smets Chandru. Is that what we're doing here? We just
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't have so much of a Schmodown channel.
No, but
we just
we
bullshit
did
on
have a
this show.
Schmodown show for a while. We did before it ended, but yeah.
We mainly just like to talk shit and have a good time on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
This is our shit talking show, yeah.
This is why it seems
Right.
like you're perfect for it.
Don't ask me to rank DC movies or any of that bullshit.
Oh no,
No.
not at all.
But speaking of DC, I have to say I did start watching something that I'm shocked how cool it is.
Okay.
Very late to the party on this, but the animated killing joke thing on
Oh,
HBO
the
Max.
Joker's killing joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I'm about halfway through. He just plugged Gordon's daughter in the apartment. That's spoiler alert for anyone who didn't watch it 48 years ago.
It's
and I'll tell
old.
you why I got to this. I somehow stumbled on the making of Batman '89 on YouTube, which is fascinating. You should watch it. Cool interviews, really good insight if you're obviously a movie nerd. And I was just like, holy shit, I started watching this. And then I'm like, okay, now I got to watch '89, right? I got to watch Batman after watching the making of, which was fascinating. Interviews with Nicholson and the producers and everything's great. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling a story. Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
No, you're fine.
I went from raising money for this dog to telling him to shut the fuck. Anyways, so then I go on HBO Max to go watch '89. And I'm like, oh, yeah, they made this animated thing where Mark Hamill voiced the Joker. I knew enough about it in the graphic novel.
He voiced the Joker in almost everything.
So I started watching it. I fell asleep, not because it was boring, but because it was 3 a.m. last night. And so far, so good. I'm halfway through. I'm kind of digging it.
It is one of the more dark, gritty, animated things.
I'm not digging the guy who's voicing Wayne / Batman. He's a little flat for me.
I agree. That's probably that's probably like the worst thing about that. But other than that, that whole thing is absolutely amazing.
It doesn't inhibit the show at all. I'm just saying, yeah, because I guess maybe because Hamill's so good, maybe that's the problem.
Joe, I feel like the girl from the Ring is gonna come out of that TV. It keeps flickering on and off so much.
Why are we hearing like what a black hole sounds like? What is all those weird roaring things?
Those are his horses fighting. Oh,
Oh, those were dogs.
Yeah.
Dude, you can Google like what does a black hole sound like, and that is what it sounds like.
It's pretty awesome. Noise. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
it sounds like your dogs.
Yo, that telescope found some crazy shit.
That's one way of putting it.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, go on.
So that black hole
Mr. Hawking, you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Hello, I am.
No, don't go there. Don't go.
Can't do that.
Leave the goat.
Too soon.
Leave the goat of not really. It's been about 30 years, but leave the goat of physics out of this.
All right, I won't bring Neil deGrasse Tyson into anything.
Oh, he's a good one too. I like him.
That's great.
Good podcast, that guy.
Star Talk is amazing. Yeah.
Star Talk's a fun one.
Yeah.
Do you guys listen to Lex Friedman's podcast?
Yes.
Okay, he gets a lot of good cosmologists, physicists. They talk a lot about quantum theory, quantum entanglement, and AI, and the nature of the universe. Friedman,
his take on AI and like his. Well,
that's his background.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's absolutely.
I think
wild
he's a computer scientist by trade. If I
I'll have to look him up. Yeah, no, I haven't.
The whole podcast.
Introduced to him through Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
Okay.
He was on there a lot.
But just so you know, Don, it's not all about physics and science and cosmology.
No, that's fine.
It's very good. Like, for instance, he had a KGB agent, ex-KGB agent on the show.
He had Kanye West on there, which was
he did. That was. Yeah, it was almost unlistenable at some point.
No, yes. Okay. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that I got.
I'm like, dude, what am I listening to? I turned it up.
20 minutes into it. I think I really tried. I got like 25 minutes.
To be fair, most people who interview Kanye West also give up 5-10 minutes into the interview.
You gave him a 3-hour podcast.
And this guy's like a brilliant MIT, professor and a computer scientist and just a generally smart individual. And, he had that nut job on and that.
Yeah.
It was just.
You might as well had Mr. Peanut on the show.
Yeah, it was literally just the ramblings of a madman. He was at one point he borrows Lex Friedman's pen and is starting to write down the new Constitution of the Americas he's creating and picturing. And I'm just like, what are you? And he full on believes he's going to be president.
Oh,
like
yeah, he definitely does.
The absolute confidence or ignorance, I don't know.
Right.
Well,
everyone thinks they went in a time machine to about 4 months ago on Twitter. It's like,
yeah, right.
We're talking about it like it's a hot, like it's a hot take.
I know, right?
It's his neurodivergence.
Might as well
though.
be the fucking 10 Commandments at this point.
He has a disassociation with reality due to his bipolar disorder and his other issues. But
Big E is fresh out the shower. Would we have a little? Would you go with?
You drinking milk?
He's drinking coconut water.
Axe Body. You look like an Axe Body.
I'm drinking Beatbox, sponsored by me. Yeah.
Do you in fact beat the box?
I did yesterday. It was amazing.
Ah, nice.
Does everyone know?
That's the noise you heard.
Does everyone know you're late? Does everyone know you're late because you had to take a shower? Is that common knowledge on this show?
Would you like to let the people know that I was late because I had to take a shower?
This man said, "Hey, I'll be right in. I got to take a shower." I'm like, "Is he going to the prom?"
I just left the gym. I can't beat.
It was really weird because he saw Kaiser and then he's like, "I really need to take a shower now."
I mean,
was it a cold shower? Was it like
I stir everybody up. I get everybody stirred up. It don't, so it's understandable.
Look, man, the showers in Rikers were definitely cruel to us.
Those were tough days, pal, but we got through them. It's a good thing we saw the movie Bad Boy, the original, the Sean Penn, before we went in, and we had a couple tricks of the trade. We were prepared. The pillowcase came in handy a few times. The RC Cola in a pillowcase, which is my favorite weapon in cinema history, is the movie Bad Boy, Sean Penn. I think it's 78, 79, 80, somewhere in there. Sean Penn uses 4 or 5 RC Colas from the soda machine in a pillowcase as a weapon. If you got a better weapon, I listen to arguments for Indiana Jones, the whip, whatever. I'm sorry, that's the best weapon in cinema history.
The only one I could think of is to follow that up where I think maybe Stanley Kubrick got that inspiration from. Was it Full Metal Jacket when he put all the soap bars in the pillowcases?
Oh, he might have stole it from Bad Boy.
Yeah, but soda cans is
not just Full Metal Jacket. That was just a thing that happened in real life.
I was gonna say, people used to put fucking coins in socks in New York back in the day, that would hurt. And beat the shit out of people.
That's how the Marines beat you into their game.
The worst was oranges in socks because they didn't leave bruises on the outside.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You can always tell the kids who are disciplined as children.
Probably. It's got more mass, more density.
Let's not talk about grapefruit.
Listen, strength is shown if you can eat grapefruit with no sugar.
But so I haven't seen you since Rikers, right? And we ran into each other?
It's been a while.
I saw a guy at the hardware store look like you, but I was going to say hi, but I figured I should not say hello in public in case anyone's watching. So I
probably wasn't me that time.
I kept it low key. I don't want them to think we were in there getting ready for another job at the hardware store. Like, why did he have 6 saws? And
yeah, jobs at the hardware store, they're over before they start. You're screwed from the get-go.
Yeah, that's how they used to rob banks in like 1940s cinema.
You really had to hammer that joke in there, didn't you?
Dude.
Respected. Keep drilling, man.
So what is the purpose of this show? We're here to talk about this man's dogs.
Yeah. We talk about bitches.
This is like an Animal Planet thing we're doing here?
This show is literally just about, like the Gucci verse was, like Gucci and Kaiser was. This is just a show where we talk about whatever the fuck we want.
You're using the Seinfeld model. It's about nothing.
Yeah, it's about exactly. It's about everything and nothing.
Last Samurai behind you. What am I looking at behind all this screens on the?
I think it's the Fellowship.
Oh, it's the Fellowship.
That's the movie with the rings.
I thought the cat flanking me was Tom Cruise taking up the rear and not taking up the rear, but you know what I mean. Taking
that's
up
a
the
different
rear
movie.
Of this.
That is a different movie.
Crew. He seems like he's the last samurai, literally in the line of samurais. But now that I look at it, the guy off to E's flanking E's got like a wizard hat.
Yeah, also the little guy in the middle. That's the only way I was able to
I thought he was kneeling. Too. I didn't think that was his.
He might be
height.
I think that's
but then once again,
that's a little
a different
person.
Movie.
That's not a man kneeling.
I think that's a hobbit. Yeah.
Oh.
That's definitely a hobbit.
Is that Jason Momoa behind him? Kind of looking
It
like a
looks like
Momoa.
Sasquatch. What do you mean?
It
I'm
does.
seeing like a Momoa.
Momoa kind of looks like Sasquatch. Did you
It's
ever see him on the
Harry
red
and the
carpet when he's
Hendersons.
walking up behind somebody he knows? He's like,
Quick, what's
stalks
your
him?
favorite Jason Momoa movie?
The one where he's cast a saber tooth.
See, we all just had the same answer. We can't think of one that's worth the shit.
Yeah,
It's really not.
I mean,
it's really not a great.
he was
one,
all right in
but-
Aquaman.
No disrespect. He plays that character well.
He was great as Khal Drogo, which is where I know him from mainly.
I mean,
Game
but he
of
didn't really
Thrones.
talk.
Was that the Game of the Thrones?
I was.
I didn't see that yet.
I mean, how long did he really last?
You haven't even watched Game of Thrones yet?
I
Really?
watched
like
one
season-
episode because
Wow.
a girl
Wow.
came to visit, and she was like, "I can't miss Game of Thrones."
Well, yeah, that's the worst way to watch it. I refused to
finally
watch
gave
it
in.
for so long until I watched it, and then I didn't stop watching it.
Mhm.
I hear it's good.
It is.
It
It's a political drama,
I just
especially in
don't
the
know
beginning.
how I picked that up. Like,
There's a lot of box beating.
too much shit on right now. I just started Succession. I
Wow.
watched the pilot. The Adam
Succession's
McKay,
great. That's
Adam
a great
McKay
show.
on the pilot crushed.
I haven't
I
seen
think
that yet either.
HBO just knocks series out of the park.
That they
Almost
do.
but they're
Mhm.
almost flawless.
Yeah.
True Detective, The Leftovers, The Wire,
I love True
Sopranos.
Detective.
Like
Haven't done The
HBO
Wire yet. I know I should be taken out back.
that, I can't believe you haven't
I know
seen.
that's what
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
figures
no,
because I'm such a crime cinema geek that I would love that shit.
Not even just
Oh,
that. It's
for
such
sure.
an
And I'm
East
a big
Coast
Idris
movie.
fan, so I know I'm dropping the ball.
It is such an East Coast movie. It
Yeah,
is
no,
such
I
a.
feel like I should
It's right up my alley too, because I'm from
I should just
Baltimore.
ditch
So
the session and say, "Fuck
Thanks.
it, I'm starting The Wire."
One more in the house.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, if you watch The Wire and you just want to bullshit about The Wire, come right back on. I love a whole show about The Wire.
Right.
Once you hear the whistle, like that's it.
Yep.
I was
What
like,
about what have you guys heard about Mr. Mercedes on FX? My best friend's a truck driver, and he's like, I watched it, watch it when I'm driving. I'm like, is that safe? Like, I think
Really?
he's
Wow.
kind of like very in tune with the road, but he's like, if you don't start Mr. Mercedes, I'm never gonna talk to you again. I'm like, you mean like talk on the phone again, or I'll watch it, man? But he swears Mr. Mercedes FX is the shit.
I've
I
never heard of
don't know anything
FX
about it.
Does kill series too.
And he's a real kind of like New Yorker. He drives a truck, for Christ's sake. So he's like salt of the earth. So I'm guessing it's probably got a tough, rough and tumble crime spin to it.
Probably.
Got a pretty good cast.
Is it Australian or some shit?
I've never heard of it. It stars Brendan Gleeson.
Oh, I love him.
It's got a bunch of character actors.
Brendan Gleeson was in The Departed, right?
What? I don't think so.
Oh, that's Ray Winstone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could see getting those two cats
How
confused.
dare you? How dare you?
Well, I know. It was Ray Winstone's character was the only good thing about that movie.
Oh,
That's a hot take.
Hold
Wow.
on. Why?
Jeez.
Overrated.
Wow,
Overrated
that's a hot-
film.
oh,
No.
Alec Baldwin was good
No.
in it. Every time Marky Mark was on, I wanted to turn it off. I felt like I was
What?
watching him doing
No.
a Saturday Night Live sketch.
What?
Yeah, that with the accent, he was overselling it. Not a fan. Not a fan of that film.
Wow, I
I
can't
will
believe
take.
that.
I will
think
take The
that's the first
Departed
person I feel.
100 times over The
I
Irishman.
watched it a second time to prove to myself that I really didn't miss something.
I feel like you're the first person I've ever heard.
and I'm
say
like, okay, yes, I love watching Nicholson on screen, but other than that, Winstone's a small character. Like their dynamic is great. It's like I almost want to watch a movie about Winstone and Jack's characters than the rest of the horse shit.
wow. Okay.
But look, and you're talking to a guy who adores Scorsese. I mean, Raging Bull is one of the greatest things ever put on.
I just
cinema,
watched that.
King of
before.
Comedy and Taxi Driver. These Mean Streets.
Mhm.
Goodfellas, I think, is the greatest movie to come out of the '90s. That and Boogie Nights, 1 and 1A, but for the '90s. But I just didn't take to that film. I didn't get it.
Okay.
I just
That's
didn't
fair.
find
Hey,
it
man,
to be
it's a fair
very
take, yeah.
suspenseful. I didn't care about the characters. I liked and I'm going to end it at this because this is boring. But I liked the scenes when he was doing the Tony Soprano thing with the psychiatrist, the DiCaprio character. That was interesting. It was good acting. It felt like good theater. But whatever. I didn't give a shit about it that much. And so now, thanks for having me. I offended
you're good.
so many
No,
Scorsese fans.
fine.
There's Sicilians all over the world are screaming, "Get Kaiser off the show!"
Kaiser,
Blasphemy!
Listen.
You call yourself a half Italian?
This show is the birthplace of hot takes.
Yes,
It is.
Is that true?
Yes, we had a debate
You
on
have an
whether
example of where you could back that up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don thinks that the Lion King remake is better than the original.
No,
I
that's
know.
not.
That's not
No,
true. Don't
that
start
is
it on
not,
that.
that is not my take. That is absolutely not my take.
That was
I
what he
love how
said
the
first.
room erupted when that one dropped. Like everybody had a fucking immediate opinion.
I think that
Don had
Iron
to take a
Man.
sip of his drink. He's
Yeah,
like,
no.
"Oh, hold
Don
on.
and I had a war
No.
over Lion
I think
King.
Iron Man is not a S tier Marvel
He
movie,
thinks
and
it's
everyone thinks that's
overrated.
the
Sick
hottest
man.
take ever. I
You
think most people just have a lot of
absolutely wild
nostalgia
person.
attached to it because it's
You
the beginning of the
absolutely-
MCU.
Joe just
Fucking
likes
wild.
Wait a
conflict.
minute, didn't you
This is
say
why he
you
says
like
the things he says.
Iron Man 3 too?
What?
Didn't you say you like Iron Man 3?
I said I don't think it's bad.
I
I
can't
like all
take
the Iron Man
anything
movies.
you say then. Anything you say, I can't take serious.
I like every Marvel movie. I like movies.
That's
Like
awesome.
I could watch anything
I
where things
get
are
it.
blowing up and there's
Movies
good
are
music.
good, but there's
And-
also
and have a good
bad
time.
movies. There's also bad movies.
There are
That's
tons
fair.
of bad movies.
Marvel makes bad movies.
Listen,
I
it's
can't
pound for
say-
pound. If you added up every movie since the history of the Lumiere brothers, I bet the majority is 72% suck.
It's probably more than that.
28 are good.
But and see, like that's one of the biggest things is
Probably like 99 and 1.
that there's all Marvel movies are great, and it's like no.
Wait a minute. All Marvel? Did you say they are great? All Marvel movies are great?
I don't think they're all great, but I think they're all entertaining.
Oh God, no.
Thank you.
I could watch any movie, like
I'll put
any
it to you this
movie
way.
with
How about
explosions.
this? I
No.
turned on Doctor Strange Multiverse. I said, I'm going to hang on until I see fucking homeboy from The Office playing Reed Richards because I heard he's in it, right? John Krasinski, because I was like, that's interesting. Got to that, watched that scene, and I'm like, I'm out. That movie was all over the fucking place. And I love that. And I liked the first one, which got a bad rep. I didn't think the first one was groundbreaking. I think they took The Dark Knight and they made it a Marvel movie, basically, all the way down to going in training with fucking monks and shit. Same Odyssey. But I still liked it. But the second one was all over the place. I was like, what am I watching?
Here's the thing.
And the guy plays the character great. I'm not shitting on Cumberbatch.
I used to watch Mutant X and Birds of Prey and the original Flash
television shows. What are you talking about?
I used to watch all of these terrible ass superhero shows for my entire life. And I was just waiting to actually see these comic books in real life.
Batman
All of
89 was
these-
probably the first to really do it right. Well,
What?
no, sorry. Richard Donner, Superman did it pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Batman 89.
But
I saw
89
in theaters at 4 years old.
89 lets you know it's okay to make something kind of dark and brooding and not, Superman saves the world. Like, there could be conflict true to the character, So I think it was brave in that way. And then Nolan takes it and really spins it off the deep end, of dark.
So to me, as somebody who just wanted to see comic books come to life, it's all entertaining. And having a 6-year-old kid who is in love with this stuff, it makes it all the better. I find enjoyment in all of it, especially when I watch it with him.
For sure.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
No,
Just
because
takes
seeing it
animated
through those eyes makes it a different viewing experience.
Yeah. So
For sure.
the way that I watch things is a lot of it is based on his reaction to stuff these days.
And how does it feel to know that your son's going to have to get a degree from MIT to explain what happened in that second
He already can
Doctor
explain.
Strange movie?
He already understands. Like
What am I
I've explained
watching?
multiverses to him because like we watch all the Arrowverse shows and all of that. So I've
Okay.
had to explain the multiverse stuff to him. For
Well,
a
sure.
while.
Then the Spider-Man thing with all those
Yeah,
multiple.
it's the
you
Spider-Verse
talking
he
about
loves.
that, Yeah. Yeah.
He-
That was a
he's
good
a weird
flick.
kid though. He knows like every superhero, their
I
secret
wonder
identity.
why. He's a weird kid. Could be anything.
I don't know, man. That's
Could be anything. Could be bad influences.
Definitely his mother.
Or genetics. Yeah.
definitely his mother. That bitch.
Mm.
God damn.
Okay. Now we're on to the psychology part of the show. So, Joey, I'm going to say a few words and just tell me how you feel about them. Okay, you ready?
We have a
Baby
Rorschach
mama.
test for this.
Just show us on the doll where they hurt you.
Oh god.
The liver is a good place to start.
Mhm.
The lungs.
Oh, here he is. The great. Who's just flashing up random?
That was
What is it? Just like flash an icon? Is that what you guys do on this show? Like, all of a sudden, I'm gonna see Elvis next. Like, hey guys, here's a random icon.
Oh my
Should be
God.
the paperclip from Microsoft.
That was amazing.
That was
Wow,
that
just
was
a
good.
random.
There's never a
shoe
bad time for
detail. I could
Denzel.
just hear it when you flashed it. I just started visions of him in Training Day.
King
That's
Kong
actually
ain't
funny.
got shit.
Oh, I haven't
on
seen
me.
Cocaine Bear yet, man.
It's actually
That
funny.
movie was great.
It's really
I
great.
need to
Joe
watch it.
actually plays the bear, and he's going to get an Academy Award
Oh,
for his
I can
performance.
see it.
It's amazing.
Fuck Andy Serkis. You got this shit on lock.
Damn it.
Cocaine Bear should
It
win
was
Best
him. They just
Picture of
put
the
the
Year.
fur pelt over him, and he just went.
Oh
went
my
No, I just didn't
God,
shave for a
Joey.
few days.
Maybe in the sequel we could get you an agent and see if we can get you in that thing.
See, it's funny you say that.
Let's
There
do it.
might be a sequel.
Well, there's
It's
gotta
Cocaine
be.
Shark, right? Isn't that
Well,
the
no,
sequel
that's
to that?
supposed to be
my
like a
God.
spin-off, like added to the universe.
That's
but
just someone
because of
stealing the idea.
No,
the end with
it's the same person.
well, like because of the end with the Cubs, kind of think
Mhm.
like, all right, they might do another one. And
What,
just
are
kind
the
of-
those
Cubs
bears don't
gonna
just
be
grow
high
up
on
hooked on
cocaine?
the
cocaine
Cubs
and
were
go
in. They were
18
Cubs
The whole
were
time.
high on cocaine. Yes.
The
That's
whole
it.
time.
The bears
Yeah.
go across the country and murder cocaine dealers stealing their coke.
That's probably
Oh,
what
They
will
become
happen.
the best SWAT team to get coke from the fucking nation.
And they meet Baby Driver. There you go.
Hold on, I got you. Where the
Jesus.
third and then the third one, they fight the Ninja Turtles. It's the coke dealing bears versus the Ninja Turtles.
Wait,
Yeah.
Crossover
See?
episode.
We
Turns
finally
out the
Right
ooze
Who
here.
doesn't want to see coke
methamphetamine.
bears fight the Ninja Turtles? Come on, man.
You heard it first here, guys.
And then
Mm.
in the end of it, it begins the last Ronin series because the cocaine bears kill everyone but Donatello.
What's
Or,
the,
sorry,
what's the
Raphael.
Ronin series? What does that mean?
Oh,
It's
the-
a comic
the last
arc
Ronin
they're
for
making
the-
a movie of. It's
See,
about
what
the
now?
last turtle.
Sorry, for people who aren't fucking nerds. Like, what is it?
It's the comic arc where there's one turtle left, and throughout the whole thing, it's in black and white, so they don't tell you which turtle is the last turtle until like the end.
Yeah, and then you find out because in the comics he has all 4 weapons.
Jason's just gonna drop who it is right now. Like, yeah. Then you find out it's
Oh, wild.
they're making the
is-
movie or the game.
Yeah.
I think they're making a game
I
out
think
of
it's
it.
Three
I mean,
turtles.
but also, if
Three
you don't
turtles
know,
get
I'm
killed
sorry.
off. Is that what happens?
Yeah, Shredder
Yeah.
made soup out of 3 of their asses.
Yes,
Mhm.
Wow.
It gets dark.
And he
Who
has
played
to revenge
Who
him.
played Shredder?
It's
Done.
a
It's a
comic book
comic.
series.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was an
Going to be
animated
Or story. It's a comic book story. Yeah, they're doing it animated or something. I don't know if it's a game or
Seth
animated. Or
Rogen's
something.
doing the new Turtle movie, right? Is he directing it or producing
Yeah,
He's. I think he's directing and producing. I think,
Is he?
I think he's producing. Yeah, producing
Yeah.
and directing.
I
Seth
saw-
Rogen,
He's the
he
best,
makes
right?
great stuff when he's not the star of it.
it? He's
Mhm.
the man.
Like
Well, yeah,
his
that,
TV shows are all top tier.
that's the key is when he's not
Creature.
the star of it.
Did he direct
Boys.
The Boy? Did he direct that as well?
No, he
Yeah.
produced it.
He
didn't
produced
direct
Oh, really?
I only watched the first 3
Mhm.
episodes. Thought it was pretty cool.
He
No,
did.
The first 5 minutes of The Boys might be the
The
craziest
pilot's
start
amazing.
Yeah,
of any
Yeah.
show ever. But
Huh.
it just
They
seems like a
start
little
the show
Zack and
off.
Nora type of deal.
Yeah, the way
then-
he
they
did the animated series though too that Amazon had. The other
Yeah.
superhero show. What was that
What, the
called?
boy's diabolical?
No,
No,
he
well,
doesn't
that
do,
one.
Vox Machina.
no, you're
No.
talking
Or
about
Invincible.
Invincible. I don't think he
Invincible.
does
Great
that though. I
one.
think that's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, he doesn't do that one.
I think he's a producer on it though.
Oh, he
Is
might
it
be.
really? Okay. Shoot.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a good show too.
No, it's
Mhm.
phenomenal. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Fucked up.
It's a
Joey,
great show.
I gotta ask you a question. Should we open the Rocky cards?
Oh, go for it.
Let's do it.
Rocky
What
2,
is this?
Could you? What do you think the gum tastes like?
Sawdust.
He probably
Wow,
like
yeah.
food at right.
Russians.
Russians? Is that what you said?
That would be the Rocky 4 cards, Josh.
He's like the gum tastes like Russian meat sweats.
What an
Oh.
idiot.
What? So do you think it tastes like Carl Weathers?
Then it
Oh my
tastes like
God.
greatness.
Wow.
Carl,
Wait,
what-
what's with that
had a
face,
pretty
Josh?
damn good
I
career.
always
got
knew
beef
Joe
with
was a
Carl
cannibal. No. I just knew you were a cannibal. You know the taste.
You want
of
another
Carl
hot take, by the way? Carl Weathers was a better actor than Sylvester Stallone in both.
That's
I don't
not a
think
hot
that's a
take.
hot
That's not. That's
That's not
true.
a hot take at all.
That's
yeah.
not a hot take at all. That's true.
Sylvester Stallone is a better writer and producer than he is
He
an
has
actor.
never been a good
No,
actor.
he was beautiful. Listen, Stallone was beautiful in the first one because he plays a meathead. And I gotta say,
Well,
he got better in
okay.
those Rocky movies. Like, I felt the conflict by the time he gets to 3, and to me, it feels like he is that person. Like he's not acting. He is Rocky.
Well, yes,
Balboa.
that's the thing. Rocky
That
is great.
fucking said.
Rambo
Carl
too.
fucking Weathers is a genetic human freak of
Mhm.
human being and
Yeah.
acting all combined into one fucking muscle that I don't know I've ever seen anybody do. It's just, I mean, I don't know that I've seen a more convincing performance of a actor playing someone in sports than that role. I'd probably say that's the best sports character role actor
Wow.
I've ever
Okay.
seen in my life.
The thing that he did great
That's big.
is he sold the difference between when the cameras were on and when the cameras were
Oh
off.
yeah.
He was
He
Yeah.
he
so
did that promotion
fucking
part of
good.
it flawlessly.
Yeah.
Bro, remember when he's sitting at his desk and he's like, book me a fight with someone, get some fucking nobody. Yeah, I'm the king of the fucking world. Like, bro, that shit is some of the best acting. I mean, pick a scene with the guy in any of the 2 movies, but that for me, I felt like it set him up as a villain, but it also set him up as very human. You know, like something.
Yeah, I
and
think
again, kudos to Stallone for writing that character. But could you imagine anybody else playing that role?
no.
Fuck
Oh,
no.
no,
No one could touch that.
I
In the
think that you
history of
have a
cinema.
unique perspective on that also because you've been around promoters and wrestling events, stuff like that. So you have a more inside baseball view on.
I mean, I don't know. Everyone's got their opinion. Everyone knows that thinks what's good is good. And Nick, yes, of course, I grew up around pro wrestling because my dad hung out with pro wrestlers, and I grew up with, or I guess grew up in LA with actors because I worked for Morgan Freeman for 5 years. So yes, I've been around a scene. I've been around a profession, multiple professions, you know, and it's my opinion, you know what I mean? But I just remember being struck at two things I remember seeing as a kid that just I was unshakably good to me was I saw Apocalypse Now when I was probably way too young to see it. I think I might have been 12 or 11. My dad's like, we're watching Apocalypse Now. He's rode the exercise bike in the fucking living room, watching movies all day. That's what my dad did in the off season to get in shape. He rode the exercise bike with a bag, you know, and he's like, we're watching movies, usually war movies. Apocalypse Now, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, took me on a cerebral trip that I don't know 12-year-olds should go on at that age. But it's something about it struck me. It felt so goddamn real. I could smell it. I could see it. I could breathe it. I knew it was incredible the minute I saw it, even though I couldn't understand it. The first half of the movie I could understand because it's more war-based, whatever. Then it gets into the psychological.
Mhm.
That and fucking Rocky and Creed, you know, Carl Weathers' performance. I just remember like watching as a kid thinking I'm watching, and to Stallone's credit too, it felt like I was watching real people. The Rocky Apollo dynamic to me as a kid felt like I was watching real people. And I think it just stuck with me, you know what I mean, the rest of my life. So
Sure.
Kaiser, what is
it's a
your
long
favorite
way
movie?
of answering whatever you were trying to float out there.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think that they did a great job of balancing the real life. It felt realistic. It didn't feel just like it was being done for a movie. It felt like genuinely he was trying. You could tell that he just wanted to fight. Like he was just like, I don't care who it is, just find somebody. He obviously wasn't expecting that somebody to be.
Just the convincingness of a guy who was a fucking football player, not even a classically trained actor, coming in there and owning the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable. All right,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna open these fucking cards. Here we go.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
what started this whole
Wow,
conversation.
how old are
to begin
these
with.
cards? I mean,
Yeah.
what are they? They can't be really worth all that.
Well,
much,
wait. Before you open that, let me check the value of that pack of cards unopened.
I'm gonna guess $13. Not even. I'm gonna say $4 on eBay.
People will pay anything
By the
for
way, this
stupid
was
stuff.
a gift somebody gave me for my birthday.
I'm gonna say 25. Just
$12.
What is up, Luke?
$12.
Okay.
These are worth $12, Joey. Who just chimed
Why are
in?
you asking that in the comments?
I don't
What?
know.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Josh,
I
you
was
could
just
just
saying-
ask questions.
No,
Wait,
he's talking. So I was
got-
letting him
we-
finish. So I was just like saving it.
We got to wait to get more people in here before we can open these cards. You better start promoting this shit on Twitter. We're raising money for PETA, Don's dog, the Carl
Yeah,
Weathers
guys.
Foundation. We're gonna figure out what his charity is.
We're raising
no
money
shit.
for pitas so we can have some gyro.
We
some
will
sandwiches,
open up these
I
Rocky
want to
cucumbers
hear it.
before the end of the show. Mark my
some
words.
gyros.
I'm not a liar. We're gonna have a meat raffle, and I got.
We're raffling meat on here now.
You didn't know there was
I
a
don't
meat
know what
raffle?
kind of live stream I signed up for.
Didn't you see my tweet? I said there's gonna be a meat raffle, and we're gonna
A
open up.
meat raffle. Are we selling halal meat?
Y'all better look at my tweet. I promised the viewers a meat raffle. I got ribs, burgers. We can raffle them off.
So I got 2 smokers, 2 grills, and a flat top outside. We can
You
make
can't
something.
afford
Jesus,
to fly
yeah,
to your
that's-
house.
well,
It's easier
right.
to ship these people the meat. We ain't bringing nobody.
I'll smoke a brisket.
Plus,
back
you're in the
to
witness
Seattle.
relocation program. I don't think that's acceptable. You're just bringing friends over for random barbecues.
Well, as long as I just tell them that it's a work thing.
It's work related,
Yeah,
right?
they don't have to
Fine
know.
work selling bus tokens on.
Well, I sling meat.
In which, so that could be multiple careers.
Yes.
Are you like Sam the Butcher in the Brady Bunch slinging
Yes.
meat, or are you John Holmes slinging meat?
Yes.
You do both. I see. So you do deli porn.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But only like New York deli porn.
Oh God! In comes the big Reuben sandwich. Like, take this corned beef I got here, baby.
You really have a sandwich down there, you motherfucker?
Wow.
That was real convincing. I was like, if he pulls a sandwich up right now, I'm gonna be so jealous.
It was like a fucking a Dagwood sandwich or like a Scooby Doo.
Really heavy cheesesteak.
I thought he showered and he ordered Grubhub. This motherfucker's so prepared.
It's
I do have
this
to
is what he
say-
was doing?
The
Unbelievable.
Blackstones, the flat tops.
You know what else we
The
can
most
raffle
handy
off,
thing.
Joey? We got this original. Now look this up on
Oh,
eBay.
look at this.
That's
That's a
Wayne.
Gretzky.
That's a Wayne Gretzky patch.
That's a
So you can put
Oilers.
it on your Levi's jean jacket.
I could
Look that up, Joey, on eBay. Let's find out. We're gonna raffle off.
Is that actually signed or
We're
is
gonna, we're gonna, we're gonna raffle off the meat. We got ribs. We got a Wayne
we
Gretzky
need the Pawn
patch,
Stars? We need the Pawn Stars
and
signature
we're
guy.
raising money for PETA dogs.
We need the,
That is
the autograph
that's selling
guy.
for about $15 on eBay.
Well, this is
Well,
our viewers need to know we pull out all the stops. We just put $30 into this show, so it's a very big budget.
We're
It's
one of
true.
the few shows
That
where
is
we
true.
don't actually take money from people. We don't try that one. We're
Well, you can take it and just
Speak
give
for
it.
yourself.
You gotta
I'm
be
a
like Robin
trading
Hood.
breakers.
You gotta be like Robin Hood. You take from the dumb and give to the needing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
See?
which is the dumb.
You take from the dumb to give to the needy. So
like what the government does. You take from people and give it back to them as a gift.
I'm not trying to give it to me or anybody else. No, we're actually gonna take dumb people's money and make it
And
work
give it right
for
back
other
to them.
people who need it.
Give it right back to 'em.
Yeah.
Generally, the people who need it are the ones who end up giving.
Well, ladies and
money.
gentlemen, if you're late, we're gonna eat some 40-year-old gum inside of this.
Are
Rocky
you really
too.
gonna eat that?
I'll
Yeah,
do
I
a
don't
shot
think-
of
I don't
hot
know if I want
sauce.
that to happen.
We got all the hot takes. We want Carl Weathers to get the Lifetime Oscar next year. We started a petition.
Ever since
he
he's been
should
on
get an Oscar.
Mandalorian, more people have appreciated Carl Weathers than ever before.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I didn't understand that either.
don't
Ever
think
since
that
that show's come out, he's gotten more recognition, which doesn't make
I
sense
think
to
it's
me.
just it's not
Well, it's
more
because he hasn't worked in
recognition,
10 years.
just to a
I haven't
newer
seen him
Well,
since Happy
Well,
Gilmore.
he was
fair.
on something.
Was he?
It's just to a newer audience. I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like that it extended him to more of a broader horizon.
Well, yeah.
For,
I mean,
for
if you want to talk about a
remember
large
Predator,
audience,
I remember Rocky. I mean, all that. He's been in. Yeah, he's been in a
The
lot.
meme.
He could have got
the
nominated
meme,
for a
if
best
nothing
supporting
else,
actor.
everybody
for
should
Rocky.
remember.
Why did
Oh,
he not
without a
get-
doubt.
How did he not get fucking nominated?
Yeah,
For an Academy.
I agree.
I tell you what, if that movie was released even 20 years ago, he would have.
What
I don't
movie?
think the world was ready for that character yet and that performance yet. And you know, he played
That's
for
one
the
of the better
Raiders. I'm gonna
performances in
Google
history.
that shit. Did he play for the Raiders?
Carl Weathers?
Yeah, I feel like.
I think you might be right. It was either the Raiders or the Redskins.
Yeah. He played
Raiders
for
of the Lost Ark. What?
The Raiders.
No,
Yeah.
I think he played for
God
Oakland.
damn it.
Yeah.
How long did he play? How many
How
seasons?
many Damons were lost in that Raider?
He I think his best role, well, not his best role, but the role that
Don't you
most
dare.
people
Wait.
knew him for that are younger, he played 2 seasons.
Can we all
8
do
games.
Joey? Can we play a game where we try and guess what Carl Weathers' NFL position was?
Sure.
Oh,
Start with Don and go around the room because
Let's do
none
it.
of you got
Okay.
Don because Joe's got it up.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers was a fullback.
No fucking way.
He was a
You
fullback.
dumb motherfucker. Go on. You're
No,
up
he's
next.
got it. He was
Frito.
definitely fullback.
I'm just kidding, Joe.
linebacker, I would say.
Maybe an outside linebacker.
I can
Yeah,
see
I
that
could
too.
say an outside linebacker.
Big E.
I think he was a middle linebacker.
No,
Both
he's
are
not.
No, he was a I know he was a linebacker. I think he was a middle linebacker.
If he is a linebacker, both of you will win. But bonus points if you say what did one say middle, one say outside? Did I?
I
Yeah.
said outside.
So Frito said outside. E, would you say
Middle.
middle? I'm gonna go.
The other side.
No, I'm not gonna go linebacker. I'm gonna go. I don't think
Uh,
he's a strong. I don't think he's a free safety. Strong safety?
Which one of us is doing that?
I
Joey,
don't know.
strong safety?
The answer is linebacker,
Ah.
Mm.
Well,
but it doesn't say.
how many seasons did he play?
He played 8 games over 2 seasons,
I mean,
and then he played in the CFL too.
Oh, wow. And
Okay,
I wonder how he
okay.
got into acting.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, we need a guy who's built and oily for this movie," and they were like,
We need a
"Cool."
guy who's built
They
like a
oiled him
brick
up.
shit.
Built and oily. Is that,
You remember
is that the
the
casting
80s?
call?
Dude,
That's when
his
they made all
agent
those
was like,
videos.
if he's going to wear Crisco, I want an extra 10% every fucking day of shoot. Ain't nobody needs to subject themselves to Crisco and boxing and all these bullshit.
The action films in the 80s and 70s, they just like, "Hey, you're a bollock guy. We can get you some baby oil. Come on, set."
Wow.
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger started without even knowing how to speak English.
Well, I know his story.
That's true.
Hmm.
That is true. Commando is still one of the greatest action movies of all time.
So,
Maybe of the 80s.
Commando, yeah. Love that movie.
in honor of the
What do you got there, bud?
the
I don't know what he's
interesting,
got. A,
Yeah, what's going on? You're just opening up Jersey Mike's? You do have a sandwich, you motherfucker.
exactly what I was thinking.
Josh,
Son of a
Josh
bitch.
likes to eat the loudest possible things when he's on stream. He
I'm
likes
so
to, like,
sorry.
sprinkle bags,
He's still doing it, just moving it
microphone,
around.
and like
Just-
he plays with bubble wrap and shit.
Jesus, no wonder you fucking people are like, you should kick him off the show and get somebody else.
Say that.
I went
Which one
ahead and I
motherfucker
bought
said it?
this game.
Who said it?
It's called Let's Get Talking.
I thought we've been talking.
I was
So
gonna say, I
it's
was
got
talking-
it's got some questions and things that I think will be very interesting with this group of people.
So what are your questions and things?
Well, there's a bunch of different ones. We'll go with this one.
And are these things discounted?
No,
What are we
I'm
at,
actually going to
fucking
charge you
campfire? We're
double.
playing games. What's going on here?
No, it's just
I didn't
He
sign
doesn't
up to
know.
play fucking Uno.
it's not a game.
What about
Okay.
Kumbaya? Did you sign up for Kumbaya?
All right, hold on.
Peace
I'm gonna-
treaty.
before you start or say any rules, let me go to the refrigerator.
Yeah, it's not a game, and there are no rules. But yeah,
Phenomenal job,
I
man.
have a few rules.
What's he about to pull out?
probably a beer.
Might be. For those, peanuts, jumbo roasted
Hey,
peanuts.
Joey. real quick, two things. Number one, we're raffling off this Willie Nelson album.
Hold on, listen, I'll pay you for that right now.
I'll just buy that from you.
We're gonna, and Joey, over my shoulder behind that is the Grateful Dead record.
Again,
you gave me.
we don't have to auction. I can just pay.
I gave him that one, Jason.
Yeah,
The
Joey,
Grateful
over
Dead
the
one?
shoulder there is the Grateful Dead. You gave me that vinyl because you knew I'm a big Deadhead. I collect vinyl, and you gave me that piece.
I am recently a Deadhead,
And that's why I liked you. And you're recently a Deadhead, aren't you?
Yes, I'm recently a Deadhead, and I truly do appreciate the music. And it was,
Well,
it's
My whole
really-
family were
we're going to
Deadheads
do
when I
a
was growing
3-hour
up.
podcast about the Dead with no viewers and just us. And then
I'm cool with that, dude.
we can talk
Let's do
about
it.
it. I'm going to see the Dead in 2 weeks with Brett.
The Grateful
Brett
Dead
Sheriff,
Company.
Yeah, Dead and Company is coming to the forum, and me and Brett
Oh, that's
Sheridan
awesome.
got VIP the first night, and then we're going the second night too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Couple old guys on the town. He doesn't
It
have
was
to see his
the
wife
funny,
and kids
the
for
very
2 days.
first song.
Dude,
I
he
got
is one of the
introduced
funniest
to.
people, man.
Oh,
The very
he's-
first song
he's-
was Casey Jones.
You know what? He's a guy who like
Driving that
walking
train.
comedy. That guy.
Man, he really is.
There's
Dude.
better
He
songs
does-
than that. We can talk about that later.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
there are, but that's the one that most
that's
people
usually a
get.
gateway song, Joey.
Yeah, exactly. That is the
That's
Uh,
stuff he used to do. The waking up with Brett is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Well,
The Waking
I
Up
didn't
with
know.
Brett
I'll
was
tell you what. I did
great.
not know Brett was a Deadhead, and he didn't know I was. And I had an extra ticket to the show, and I was gonna get. This kid's still singing like an asshole.
I know.
It's good. It's good background music. I mean, we don't have a big budget here, so
No.
you know.
Exactly. I'm trying.
Little budget.
Yeah.
We have a new hit song called "Feeding the Ducks."
And at any time you can go get your homework off your bed and finish it during the show if you want. When we won't say anything. We don't.
Oh, thank you so much.
Anyways, my point was this, Don. I was at a Schmodown event. I was going to give the extra ticket to Ellis, and Ellis is like, "Yeah, I'm in." And he's not even a fucking big Deadhead, but he just want, whatever. We just go to the show,
yeah.
and then he's like, he couldn't go, and I think Brett heard me talk, and we started talking about Dead, and he's like, "Why would you invite Ellis? You didn't give a shit about the Grateful Dead." I'm like, "Are you a fan? I didn't even know, bro." Like, and then we ended up going to the show, me, him, and my other buddy Johnny, the last time they were in LA, and so now it's tradition, and it's the last time the Dead and Company, which is John Mayer playing with the Grateful Dead, it's their final tour, and then
the 4 people that I'm most grateful to
That's
have
awesome.
been introduced to through the Schmodown are Brett, Kate, Gucci, Kaiser. Like those are the 4 people that I've
2 of those people are talented, and the other 2 should be deported.
He's not wrong.
He's like,
all
you
talented.
decide who-
Kate and Brett are talented, and the other 2 they should get kicked out of the country.
Dude,
You
the
know what? You
mom
haven't
angle
done
though that
anything
she
good for
pulled
anybody.
was a great idea. That mom angle.
Yeah,
Kate is the great. Kate and Brett again,
hilarious.
walking comedians. Like they're
Yeah.
just so naturally talented and good, without trying. I mean, Ellis is that way too, of course. Harloff's like that way too, actually. Even though he's not a professional comedian, he's trying to get back into it. But
Yeah.
what is this remarkable? Those fucking. I'm in awe. Like I loved when we were in the Schmodown. When Harloff would make fun of me, when Ellis would make fun of me, when Kate would make fun of me, when Brett would make fun of me, when Jay would make fun of me, and Kalinowski too, to be fair, but like those guys are really fucking funny people, and I felt like it was an honor to be made fun of by these people, and nothing
And the
made me
banter
more
was always
happy than
great.
setting them up for that kind of shit. And me and Jay did a lot of that where it's like I told him I'm going to say something stupid here, and so you can pile on, Knapsack was good like that too. Like you can
Knapsack's
And
smart
it's
as a
hilarious.
It's just guys who
Yeah.
you're like they get that, like I'm gonna set you up to make me look like an asshole, like because you can't go out there and act like the ultimate asshole and not have it come back on you, like because then it's just not funny. And Kate didn't, none of them needed any help. But at the same time, it was fun to play along and be like, hey, I'm gonna say something, and then you can slam me down here or whatever, But
I'll give you that easy layup right there.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's so
man.
Little
You want to hear a great
inside
Gucci
baseball.
story,
Miss it, man.
Joey, real quick?
Sure.
So do you know that recently it was Mark Riley's wedding? We all went for
Yeah.
Riley's wedding. Okay, everyone here knows who Riley is.
1 second, fella.
Former Schmodown champion and all around fucking talented guy.
Great
So
guy.
me and my date ride with Gucci to the wedding, which is about 4 hours from LA. Okay. And Tom's like, I don't want to go by myself. It's too long of a ride. You're talking to the walls, Tom doesn't want to be alone too long. So I'm like, well, me and Terry, my date, we'll ride with you. And so I Uber to his house, right? He walks out of his house. We got our bags and shit to drive 4 hours north to Riley's wedding. And I go, hey, Tommy, this is Terry. And he looks at her, he looks at me, he goes, you told her about me, right?
Oh,
Before he says hello, you told her about me, right? I
that's
said,
great.
yeah, Tom, I've known her since high school. You can say whatever she wants. She knows all my friends are assholes. But I love how his reaction to, hey, Tom, this is Terry. And you told her about me, right? He wanted to make sure he was okay for 4 hours of just being Tom, right? But it was fucking hysterical. Knowing him, it was, And then Ellis roasted him during the wedding, which was great. So, you can't, it's perfect. Because Ellis did a little 4-minute, 5-minute thing, which was phenomenal. Like that could have been a YouTube special alone. Like that's
Ellis
the beauty
is so
of
smart.
Well, Ellis, he's like the Seinfeld of our crew. I feel like he could do anything, and especially when it comes to that hosting and impromptu, like he's just so good.
So many great comedians, but Ellis is so just smart. Like the way that he just
he's a paid
perfectly
professional.
layers
There's a
things.
difference. Him and Jay are paid professional. Kate, they're paid professionals, right?
Yeah. So Don and Jason over here, they started a little. It's like a fantasy football, but like D&D style thing, where they have a league, and there's a few teams. We do some like shit talking promos, things like that.
It's Dungeons and Dragons, but you play it as like wrestling characters.
So it's teams, it's teams of fantasy characters. So Superman, Batman, whoever you want, Lord of the
come up with.
But the way you play it out is through the dice,
it's a football game. So they're actually playing football.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's pretty fun.
It's only Marvel and DC characters.
No, you could literally any character from pop culture.
So like Jose Canseco.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, you could pick real people too.
Dude, my star player is the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
There are real people. Like I think Troy Aikman's one of the quarterbacks.
Damn,
Tom Brady.
I have Clint Eastwood on my team.
Clint Eastwood and dinosaurs? Are you undefeated?
No.
Well,
Well, Josh,
it's all the luck.
I am,
dice.
but Joe is
technically.
God damn it.
It's a game where the dice can be your worst enemy or your best friend.
Yeah.
But the important part is the shit you talk along the way.
Yeah, 100%.
And that is where I excel.
That's where it leads to immortality. Truly, it's amazing.
So I'm trying to get people to be more engaged in shit.
It was a concept that literally Joe came up with an idea because we had a fantasy show on here. And he was just like, hey, so for our show, why don't we just pretend to do a draft? And then my ass went home that night and was just like, what if these characters could actually fucking play?
Huh.
The D&D nerd in me was just like, all right, so we're going to roll some dice and we're going to figure this shit the fuck out. And like, I think over the course of from the first idea to finished concept over a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, it was 2 months.
We like came up with an entire rule set, whole system, and a way to play it. And we actually we're in the middle of doing our playoff matches right now.
Next week is the championship, right?
Yep. Yes. Next week will be the championship match, the Titans Bowl.
Exciting.
Because we call it Titans of the Turf.
Is there any money on the line here?
No, unfortunately.
Or does the winner just get like cheese and a pepperoni stick? And,
right. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
$50 gift certificate to Jersey Mike's.
Here's the thing, guys. Nothing that there are some things you could do that will impact the game, but in reality, everybody's at the mercy of the dice.
Yes.
So it's like gambling. Like if you were going to put money on it, it would be like, hey, let's see what this dice comes out to. Let's put $20 on that.
Okay.
because it
It's
could
pretty
go
fun
with
though. It's wild.
a natural 20 is an automatic success, and you'll get a touchdown right there. But you roll a 1, your player is injured now, and we'll roll a D4 to depend how long they're out, either the whole game, a quarter, maybe 2 games.
Yeah.
The longer you guys talk about this game, and a person over 80 dies of boredom.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't get it. They definitely wouldn't
Any
get it.
senior citizens watching this show right
They
now,
would not get
there's probably 2 people are dead.
Only Clint
Well, that's
Eastwood.
good.
He
We're
understands.
saving Social Security one person.
You're right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
We're solving the debt problem right now.
Morgan Freeman
you
is
guys-
getting drafted
That
next
issue.
year.
you guys are heroes for doing
Yeah.
that. by
I
the
mean,
way.
I don't want to brag, but
Right.
Right. I'm
Just
just hoping, Josh, speaking of Morgan, I'm just hoping he wrote me into his will. There's got to be one. I mean,
I'll leave.
Well, I mean,
I'm
So
going to
what-
leave
yeah,
him
what
my
did you
beat.
do? Like, what did
He's
you
a
do with
bee
Morgan
farmer,
Freeman,
you
man?
know
I
what
didn't know
mean?
about that.
I'll leave John
didn't know I worked
Kaiser
for
in
him?
my black
No,
book.
what did you do? Like, what were you?
Well,
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. I was curious.
Wait,
so
for real?
very true. Coming out of film school, San Diego State, being Smets, SDSU, for all you Schmodown Smets fans.
I will be right back. I know this story.
Yeah, get the
I'm gonna go
fuck
grab
out of here. No one
something.
talking to you
Get
anyway.
We don't want you.
Honestly,
here.
go put on a new tank top and then we'll talk to you. Fucking mutt. Anyways, coming out of film school, I needed to get an internship to get college credit.
Okay.
And at the same time, I used it as an excuse to move to LA. Like, if I get an internship in LA, then I have to move there. I can finish my senior year doing my internship bullshit in LA and still get money, right? Because we all took the money. In film school, it's not like you need money to buy pencils and calculators. Like, you're shooting fucking Panavision. Like, it costs money, a lot of money to go to film school, man. Even if you're getting that state, I went to San Diego State, so once I was a resident, I'm paying state tuition, so I'm not paying NYU tuition. But at the same time, I'm shooting a 10-minute film, 5-minute film, basically $1,000 a minute is what we broke it down to in film school.
costs money.
Just to start, that's just a small film. But anyways, to get back to Morgan, I applied randomly for an internship at Morgan's company, which is Revelations Entertainment. Because when I was going through the book of internships, it's just so boring. Like, Warner Brothers, this, that, development department, but I'm just reading this. I'm like falling asleep, reading this book of companies. And then I come across Revelations Entertainment. And then below that, Morgan Freeman. I'm like, is this fucking Morgan's production company? And I've loved the man since Lean on Me as a kid. Like, he's an icon.
Yeah, exactly. He's
like
always
Clint. Like, they're both cinema royalty.
Yeah.
So I randomly applied for an internship with Morgan's company, and I'd already been out in the workforce. I had an undergrad. I worked at PBS television.
Okay.
I'd been in the real world, but then I went back to film school because I felt like I didn't accomplish what I needed to accomplish in college, undergrad. And so they're like, why are you applying for an internship? You worked 3 years at PBS. And you did this. I go, yeah, but I came back to school. And I'm like, I'm from New York. Now I'm in LA. I don't know anybody. I go, I thought, what better place to work for than Morgan Freeman's production company? And I explained why I love the man. I love all his films. And they start asking me what films I like. And this and that. Next thing you know, they hire me on the spot as an intern. And then less than a year, I become the office manager. And I do that for like a year and a half, 2 years. And then I become Morgan's LA assistant, so to speak. And what they called me a production associate. So that meant I'm production versatile. They can bring me out on set. They can send me on a promotional thing with Morgan. They can do anything with me. I can fill in at the desk if the office manager's sick. Like, I'm kind of like Johnny All Things for the office as a production associate. And then I express a concern. I want to produce. I want to be a producer. I want to create content. I want to do things. I've been here for 2-3 years. And at the time, he was doing a show called Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
I remember that. Absolutely.
Or Morgan explores the mysteries of the universe, because Morgan is a fucking nerd and adores science.
Yeah.
Super cerebral and smart and loves that shit. And he's like, the only way I'm going to do a show with the Science Channel or Discovery is if, it's about something I'm interested in. If it's in topics I'm interested in, they talked about AI. He talked about cosmology. He talked about quantum physics. That's Morgan shit, you know. So I got on that as an associate producer, and I did that for 2 or 3 years, and that started my whole producing career. Like, there's no Love Island or all these shows I do now, and fucking Jersey Shore and all that shit if I started with Morgan as an intern and worked my way up. So I literally owe my career to Morgan and his whole company.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if we stop that, there wouldn't
Okay.
be a Jersey Shore?
Say what? No, I'm saying I would have never worked on it. All-Star Shore. I did the offshoot one. I don't know if you saw that. MTV did All-Star Shore. It's like, hey, let's take Jersey.
I didn't watch the original either. So.
You ain't missing anything. Neither did I. All I know is when it first came out, everyone used to call me and be like, I don't know why they don't call this show Kaiser's Cousins. Like my buddy who worked on season 1 and brought home the test footage. He's like, dude, you got to see this. It's Kaiser's Cousins. That's what they should call the show. It was before it took off. Because originally they were called that show Guidos.
Yes.
And MTV was like, no, that's kind
Wasn't it supposed to be on VH1?
Well, that's one and the same, but MTV wouldn't allow Guidos because it's kind of derogatory towards Italians. So it became Jersey Shore after that. But my good friend from Rochester, New York, where I grew up, was a story producer on it, season 1. And he used to live in Burbank and have like this little mini stadium seating situation in his house. And we'd go over there and watch like fucking Kung Fu movies and Bruce Lee movies. And then one day he brings home this test footage of Kaiser's Cousins and turned out to be Jersey Shore, and then had the epic run it had. But I never worked on Jersey Shore. I did All-Star Shore, which was like an offshoot, you know. Because, by the way, they did Rio Shore. They did Jersey Shore. They did
a few of them.
They did the Shore show in multiple countries.
Aren't they doing like the Floribama Shore now or something
like that? They did
Floribama
Shore, exactly.
Yeah.
So they spun off the idea into different countries as well as within the U.S. as Floribama Shore. And All-Star Shore brings them all together and does like a reality. It's like Survivor meets the fucking real world.
It's like The Challenge.
Yeah.
The one that I used to get was it Slednex? It was the Alaskan Redneck Show.
Is that
where they just got drunk in the ice?
I don't know that one.
That Ice Road Truckers?
No, it's just called Slednex. It's just about like rednecks in Alaska.
Huh.
So so Alaskans.
Oh, I
used to get drunk in tank tops in the snow a lot, so people would call me a sledneck.
I see that.
I don't.
I don't know how, but it just makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a snowborn redneck.
For a half Hungarian Italian, a sledneck seems like something they might call your type of folk. Those slednecks, don't let them vote. Those half Hungarian, half Italian. Meanwhile, does that say Croatia on your cap? Are you part Croatian? Are you a Croat?
I got this hat from your show.
Oh, you won it from Gucci?
This is the hat Gucci wore in the Schmodown, the Croatia hat.
Oh yeah, nobody did it better than him when it came to that shit. Like he's got things that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next to Prince's guitar. Like Gucci's fucking ski mask should be
my God, yeah.
I have one of those, but it's too hot.
The beard.
Yeah, he was
the beard face.
He's a special brand of human being. That one.
Is that really him? Like that's really him, right? That's how he really is.
No, that's Tom. Like that's just Tom. There is no other Tom.
I plead the fifth.
That's so funny.
I do Tom fairly well at this point. I've got out with Tom a few times. Tom is Tom.
Okay.
Like you go out to places and people will warn you about Tom while you're with Tom. And
he says to me, "You told her about me, right?" I'm like, "Yes, I told her."
That's why. Yeah, when you said that earlier, that's why I was like, "Oh, okay."
I got to tell you the funniest fucking thing. Like, I laugh so hard when I hang out with him, and that's why I love him to death, like a brother. And he's Harloff the same way. I laugh so hard with those guys, and Smets. Like that's why I can't understate enough how funny it was to work with them and put a show together and use all this stupid bullshit that's in our heads and put it into something was really fun. which is how we all met, Joe. You know, how we
Smets
all
is
come
another one that
together.
I would like to get on here.
Oh,
I would
Smets
love,
is the
actually
best.
not on here necessarily. Don
Yes.
and Jason have a Star Wars show.
Oh, are you watching him on Smets does a show now? He's Roka
Yeah, I watch
and
Smets
Laura
show.
Kelly brought him on.
I watch everything Smets
How
does.
great are they, dude? Laura,
Yeah.
Roka, and Smets. That's a ton of fun, that show.
Anything I could do to support Kevin Smets, who
I agree.
Everything he's gone through and everything, but the thing that stayed around the most is anybody else who was going through something. Kevin was the first one to be there for them.
Yes.
Even while he was going
Absolutely.
through stuff.
Yes.
He is a fucking A-class person. Like,
I'm telling you, man.
I have nothing bad to say about Kevin Smets.
No.
And I don't know anybody who does, which is the weirdest thing. Most people have like one person that really hates them.
I can think of if we're going, but we got to do that on the Patreon show. I'm not just giving that information out. Like, we got to make some money if I'm gonna. We're going TMZ, but no, I'm kidding. He's the greatest dude. He's one of those people who you're lucky to have him as a friend. It's the easiest way I can put it.
Yeah.
But you can't wait to hang out with him, and it's always fun to bullshit with him and crack each other up. And yeah, man, he's the fact that we got to play together on this stupid schmoda. Oh boy. The fact that we got to play together as fucking best friends was phenomenal. Now let me read this fucking moron statement. Oh, it's Kaiser, the guy who was too soft to chill last week when I was in LA.
Oh.
You know what? Jake has a point. I can't deny. I was drinking some cough medicine. I was having a cough, whatever. I was having I worked myself to the bone. I'm on this new Oprah show called Love and Marriage DC, and I worked my ass to the bone all week long. Oprah does the OWN network. That's her channel.
Yeah.
I think they call it OWN because she owns everything.
Literally.
It's like, yeah. Anyways, but Jake was in town. I couldn't hang out because I was drinking cough medicine, trying to kill this. I was like, if I start drinking beer, I might die tomorrow. Like, Jake, I can't hang out. I'll see you on the next one. From what I've read on the internet, you don't mix cough medicine and beer. So I had to tap out.
It's not recommended.
It's not recommended.
Dude, I gotta ask him, what was it like just watching Smets go on that run, man? Well, both of them really. Before he had to walk away, and then when he came back, because when he came back was even more impressive.
Yeah, well, yes, it was. But here's a hot take.
Okay.
Of course, coming back from anything and doing it all over again is amazing, but
sure.
I think it's impressive that he came out of fucking nowhere and beat the shit out of people early on and fast.
Oh, and he came in and stormed through the league. Yeah,
like
there's
Harloff
no doubt
said,
about
he
it.
was like, Tyson 85 was his. Mm-hmm. Tyson came out with the towel, no frills, and that because no one knew us. No one knew what to expect from us. I was a hated man, which I loved and adored. That people really thought I was that character. You know what I mean? Because all I'm trying to do is be like Bobby Heenan. So I'm trying to be the biggest dickhead in the world and the biggest big mouth when I've got the greatest, fighter in the world, the Mike Tyson of Schmodown, or at least the IG division.
So when I was trying to tell Jason who you were, the question I asked was, do you know who Bobby Heenan is? Because that was exactly who you were in the Schmodown.
Yo.
Sure.
Thanks. Just doing a show.
Sorry, I just don't know what's important.
That's fine. The American Red Cross, they must need blood. Those motherfuckers are always trying to get something out of me. You think I'm shitting you? These motherfuckers trying to get something out of me. Josh, what? These fuckers are always trying to get something. Trying to get blood from a rock. Anyways, when we came out of nowhere, it was fun because no one knew who we were. And I remember getting hate shit on Facebook. Your time is going to come. You're a jerk. The way you talk about people, like people would fucking message me like, you think I'm really this guy? Like
The fact that people didn't understand
at that
the
point, I don't
Schmodown
understand
was
that.
a show the amount of people who took it so seriously that
I
they
think that's a
thought
credit to us
everybody
'cause
was
we
bad.
took it so seriously, and
Well, yeah, but
we really
you
like.
sold it. That's what the
Yeah.
point
Yeah,
is.
you're
That's
supposed
called
to. Yeah.
And Joey, as you do
Like-
know, Joey, there was some inner
Oh yeah.
league and
Some people thought other people took
disgruntlement.
like,
Is that a word? Argument.
yeah.
Sure.
Some interleague heat. But
Well, there was a
conflict,
lot of people pumped into the Schmodown that when the draft happened. I mean, that almost doubled the amount of players, didn't it? At that point,
yeah. But even before that, like
so a
when
lot more
Andrew Guy
personalities
beat
in
Dan
one
Murray,
area.
Yeah,
Huh?
there's a lot of people came in. I'm like, how am I going to manage? I go, do you think this is my career? Like, someone's got to make this reality TV. I don't have time to do all this. Even though I tried, like a son of a bitch to keep up with it and manage it and train with these, like really train, like doing this Rocky bullshit with, hey man, we're going to talk about Men in Black 2. You ready? Okay, here we go. What fucking shoe size is Josh Brolin? Or maybe he's in part 3. Either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was committed because I come from sports. My dad was a Major League Baseball umpire. Grew up in pro baseball. Played college football at Canisius College, undergrad. Like, sports has always been a fucking thing for me. And the Schmodown became an extension of that. The difference was, Joey, like you mentioned, I got to pretend like I was a WWF manager and talk all this shit and put on the fucking show, and that was what it was, and that's why it was so special. And hats off to Harloff and Ellis in the first place for even conceiving this and then letting their friends run with it the way they did.
Yeah, no,
it was pretty miraculous.
It was great. It
there he is. What's up, big? Look at this guy. I wish I could, bro. I'm so sorry. I see your face, and I wish I could have fucking hung with you.
It's all good, brother.
At least you in bad shape.
Yeah, at least you got to miss the whole Tom Dagnino and the fire truck incident.
Yeah. So what happened? You tried to pick a fireman's pocket? Is that what you did? The Burbank Fire Department? Don't start a fight with any fireman in the Burbank.
Yeah, don't try to take fireman's hose.
Oh, that's a good pun right there, Joey.
I know what you're doing there.
He knows what he's doing.
No, we were chilling at this place. It was called Mrs. Robinson's, where apparently
I know the place very well.
Yeah, been there.
Everybody knows who the fuck Tom is there. Apparently,
it's Cheers for where Tom lives.
Yeah, but it was the only place that I found in Burbank where they let you take your beer outside and like have a smoke. So we're just chilling out there,
out back.
And this
don't go.
No, out front.
Oh, you went off. Was there a little rope thing or
There's a patio.
I didn't know they let you smoke. I didn't know they let you smoke and drink in the front. I've seen it in the back, but go on. Not here nor there.
But yeah, we're just chilling out there. It's like me and Ryan Payne and a couple other people, and this fire truck pulls up right next to us, and Tom, dumbass, like there was one chick that was just chilling in the fire truck while the other people were doing their thing, and he was going over there telling her how his family invented the firefighting business in Los Angeles.
Oh,
and
he was the first to bring firefighting to Los Angeles. Like, they were doing this in, out in the East Coast. Yeah, Massachusetts and New York had firefighters, but not in the West Coast. So the Dagninos brought it to the West Coast.
Yeah, and she was letting them cook. But it went on for a good 45 fucking minutes. And
it's all on film.
Yeah, it is. It's all on film.
My buddy Matt recorded the whole thing. So if you want to see Tom, it is natural element.
Like you guys got an independent film. You may want to call A24 and see if they can get your shit together for you.
Yeah, but
going out with Tom is like an experience in itself.
He was actually the voice of reason for us not knocking this motherfucker out, though.
Well, you're in his hood. He doesn't want to have any fights.
Yeah, this was when we were on the back patio.
Especially when his redneck friends come and visit, Jake. Oh, there it is. That got you. If you see Denzel fly up tonight, just know you got.
Wow.
It is what it is.
If you see a random, Jake, that's the rules tonight. There's random random Denzels flying around tonight.
I ain't mad at it.
Collect them all. Oh, okay.
Daffy
that
Duck
one's a
coming
little-
in fighting.
That one's a little
I don't know about
loose.
that one. I don't know about that.
Mhm.
Better stick with Denzel. It's Denzel themed movies only. So there it is. Yes.
There it is.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
I would like to see maybe an Inside Man. I don't know, like flat.
As long as no men.
Malcolm X is best movie he's ever fucking made. Maybe I see a Malcolm X.
I mean, his best appearance was obviously Little Bobby and the Juice.
That's different though.
Mm.
That's animated.
That is very
We're not
true,
doing the
sir.
animated
Wow.
category, but yeah, he was
Well-
great in that.
It's not animated, but
Okay, whatever you want to call it, fucking dolls, South Park, whatever the fuck. Not live action, so to speak.
playing with
The
dolls.
worst audio engineering ever.
Phenomenal show though. Phenomenal show.
It really reminds me of what's that stupid show with the
one?
Flesh, who's naked.
Oh, sorry.
The
Kablam?
flesh that is naked.
that doesn't make any
It's called,
sense.
That's
called
his name.
4chan.
No, it's like Stinky Diver.
What?
It was
What
a
are you
show
talking-
back in the day.
Ah.
It's like Kablam.
Oh, come
What
on.
do
That-
you
please.
watch?
Look at that. Was perfect. Well timed.
This is from the 90s, bro.
It's like,
I don't
come
watch
on.
it now.
You're talking about porno.
What are you watching?
By the way,
man?
was that the Equalizer?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yes, it
See,
was.
I've never
Most
seen
definitely
that movie,
Equalizer.
but I know that's an
What?
Equalizer look.
They're making a third one.
Oh
Is it
wait,
good?
That movie is
Do
awesome.
I need to watch the shit?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I will.
oh, it's
Yes.
John Wick level. It's John Wick level. For
My
Denzel.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah,
Yes.
it's his
that
John Wick.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it definitely is. The very first one, there's a scene where he goes into this mobster's office.
Don't ruin it, bitch. I'm about to watch
Yeah,
it.
don't.
I'm
yeah,
just,
don't
I'm
ruin
just
it.
saying, there's a scene where he goes into the mobster's office, and it's just beautifully done, really greatly intimidating, and
Yeah,
yet
oh,
still.
Denzel's
When I'm
amazing
done
in
with
it.
the Killing Joke, I'm gonna dial up Equalizer Denzel
I'm
2014.
telling you. Then when you get to the second one, there's the scene he
Oh.
has in a hallway with this kid.
Don't fucking start ruining.
I'm just look.
I know you're excited,
It's fucking phenomenal.
boy. I get it.
No,
Don't blow your load. Don't
They
blow
will
your load.
spoil
I get it.
things.
He's one of only 5 people who, on the planet that can do what he does. Like him.
I'll be like,
Daniel
let's talk
Day-Lewis.
about
For
this,
sure.
but
Then
I
you
don't
gotta
want any
think about it.
spoilers. And they're like, oh, well, in this scene, and I'm like, yo, what?
When has this happened?
With Josh, it's happened.
So,
What?
Jake, how was the comedy show? The
I
big
just
thing? Did
consider
you have
spoilers
fun?
more
Ah, yeah.
than most people.
What was that?
The big thing show you went to in LA with Harlow. Was it
Oh
fun?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
I got out
time.
of work kind of late. It was going to be tough for me to get up there.
Yeah, it was a good time. There were some people I didn't know were going to be there that was there. I went to
You
Ken
mean didn't want
Knapsack
to
show.
see? Say it like it is.
Nah, man, I always want to see everybody. I
Breaking
love
Ball.
everyone.
There were some people there I didn't expect to see. My ex-wife. Like that's what that was. Where that was going.
Nah, it was good. And the
She's
show
buried.
that
If you
Knapsack
saw
was
her,
on.
that'd be weird.
Say again. The guy in
Who,
the
me or
Croatia
Joe?
hat. You were saying?
Oh, I said his ex-wife is buried. If he saw her there, that'd be really weird.
It is LA, man.
That was a private conversation, Joe.
Good
That's
prosthetics
creepy,
out
man.
here, baby.
Come on, that's too
You never
soon.
know.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I didn't tell
Pretty
them the
serious.
map locations.
So
Yeah.
favorite Denzel movie. Joe, go. Make it quick.
It's too easy to say like Training Day.
No,
but
it's not, because that's
It's
a
Training
phenomenal
Day.
fucking performance. But go on.
Same.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, Trinity. Don.
Man on Fire.
Ooh, both good.
Ooh, you son of a bitch! That was
That's my favorite. It's my favorite
Frito-Lay.
Denzel movie. I love it.
I mean, that was mine.
All right, Man on Fire, Josh.
Come on, you gotta get something else.
The Hurricane.
That's a
Oh,
great
it's
movie.
a great movie too. Absolutely.
Damn. Okay.
Me and
Jake,
Josh talked about this for about
Jake's favorite,
45 minutes the other night.
Denzel.
Right.
Favorite Denzel.
John Q.
You
Oh,
love
that's
that
a great one
motherfucker.
too.
Such an
Are you
underrated
serious?
movie for him, man.
Is that real? That's
Uh-huh.
your real answer?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
John
either
Q is
that or
not a bad movie.
That's a great
Q's
one.
it's either that or Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide is
Good.
great. too.
That's
Crimson
good.
Tide's amazing.
I'm going Malcolm fucking X. My
That's-
favorite.
I mean-
I respect
My
that.
second
He should have
favorite
been
Spike
out. He
Lee
should have won
movie.
for
Oh,
that.
come on,
Yeah,
man. It's
dude, he
Denzel.
was
It's not like he's
fucking
ever been
Al
anything
Pacino
bad.
playing a blind asshole. That movie
Yeah.
sucked, by the way. Hot take. Son of a Woman, not that great of a movie. Another hot take.
Ooh-ah.
Fucking Pacino did not deserve an Academy Award.
Nah,
over
that was
Denzel.
all.
That was a
Denzel.
makeup
And
award.
Malcolm X. Especially the first half of Malcolm X.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
it's almost like Apocalypse Now. It's like 2 movies. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
then you'd have to ask white
Movie's
people to
brilliant.
admit that racism's real. And
Such a good film.
See, but then I have Manchester by the Sea on DVD. I haven't watched it yet, but I know like when he did Fences,
I haven't seen
it was like
Fences yet.
Okay, see that's another.
I need to watch that.
I would like to give an honorable mention to Remember the Titans.
I was just about to say,
He
Greg.
has
fine.
never
Yeah.
given a bad performance.
You can honorable mention his whole fucking resume.
Yeah,
so
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But that said,
Yeah.
I like all your choices. Like Man on Fire is one of my most rewatchable movies.
They used to have the
Inside
bomb up a
Man
dude's
is one of my
ass.
most rewatchable fucking movies. But I'm a big Spike nerd, so you know.
Oh, he got game though.
Oh,
great
he got
film.
game.
I
Yeah, but
fucking
I would
like
even
Lost
throw in
Boys
Hard
Tonight.
Lessons.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I feel
What
like
the
there are a
hell is
lot
Hard
of
Lessons?
movies
What's Hard
that
Lessons?
Denzel was
He
in
plays the principal.
that I
I
don't
don't think I
feel
remember
like
that.
they're
I must not have
Denzel
seen that
Washington movies.
Was he trying to pull a Morgan and do the
It's
lean on
funny
me?
you say that because that's what I was thinking when I started it. I'm like, this kind of reminds me of that, but I think they might have came out around the same time. But I know I saw this interview where Morgan was saying he was slightly, joking, saying he was jealous of Denzel because of the opportunities that he had at that time. And Morgan didn't really get big until he was 50.
He's older,
Between
yeah.
52, 55.
40, late 40s.
40, late 40s, yeah. So like, but
he worked, but yes, he doesn't get. I'm going to say somewhere between 44 and 48 is when Morgan hits. But
that's Driving
if you
Miss
watch
Daisy, right?
It was Driving Miss Daisy that really
he got nominated. He didn't win. He got nominated.
He got nominated.
He won for
$1 Million
Baby.
Yeah.
Did he win for the Western? The Clint Eastwood?
Well, for Unforgiven, no, he didn't win. I think he might have been
He's
nominated.
won
but he
2
didn't
though,
win.
correct? Doesn't he have 2?
He only has the 1.
Just for
He's been nominated multiple times, but he's only won
$1 million
for
is
Baby.
only win. What a
that's criminal,
which is
too,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
that's criminal,
dude.
Yeah,
he should have won.
Remember
for
how I
Bruce
was telling
Almighty.
you guys how I saw like Apocalypse Now, and it just changed my perception of things. And Apollo's performance and the Rocky's performance. I remember seeing fucking Lean on Me at a very young age and being like, holy fuck, movies aren't just Star Wars. Like, this is real fucking life. Like that movie fucking fucked with me in a strong way. And I think the director,
the principal was walking around with a goddamn bat.
It felt like a real fucking dude. You want to know something funny? On one of Morgan's birthdays, I wrote him a birthday card. I'm like, you used to call me Batman. What is the line in the movie? They used to call me Batman. Now they call me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I wish I wrote the quote into his birthday card so that he would read the line back from fucking Lean on Me to break his balls, and he knew what I was doing, and he read it, and he looked at me like, you son of a bitch. Like, they used to call me Joe. Now they call me Batman. You know what I mean? And because he carried the bat in the school, right? I wrote the line into his happy birthday card.
They used to call me Crazy Joe.
That's right. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman. And I wrote that into his birthday card.
That's awesome.
So that he would say it. And then he started slowing up as he was reading it out loud. I'm like, he looked at me. I'm like, I know I'm a fucking asshole. Because he knew how much I loved him in that movie. You know what I mean?
That's great. That's a great story.
I had so many good times with that fucking dude. I stole his lunch multiple times out of there. God damn it. I'm like, you never finish your fucking food. Don't act like I'm eating. I mean, you usually just leave it there. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put that in your Twitter bio now.
Right.
I ate Morgan Freeman's
lunch thief. Yeah.
I should.
Absolutely.
You know what I loved about it too? He went in the refrigerator, the food wasn't there, and he yelled out Kaiser, like, why are you just assuming it's me? It could have been anybody in the office.
He knew.
It's
not
always
that he was wrong,
you, man.
Not that he was wrong, but I'm just saying, dude. Jake, if we can get a $20 donation, not from you, we're gonna open up these Rocky II trading cards.
We don't.
Man, I'm unemployed, bro.
No, not from you. Not from you.
I blew my wad on that goddamn trip last week.
Jake, we're doing a meat raffle that's coming up at midnight, and at about 1 a.m, we're gonna open up these Rocky 2 cards.
Holy crap!
When we hit 1,000 subscribers,
raffle, ladies and gentlemen,
I'll raffle off a $300 Charizard.
Say that now.
So when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll raffle off a $300 Charizard.
What's a Charizard?
It's a Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I don't know what the fuck that nerd bullshit. You know, y'all motherfuckers. A Charizard. That sounded like, I thought it was like a grill the way you were talking. Like I thought I was gonna get myself something practical.
I don't have a $3,000 grill. I have a couple of like $600-$700 grills. I got a Traeger out there to smoke some briskets.
Oh, I know you got a Traeger out there.
Traeger.
I love that he's wearing the Gucci Croatia hat. Lord Jesus, the memories.
He killed.
I would have worn the Gucci wig, but I think Justin the Juice stole it from me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there another person more Gucci-like in this world than Justin the Juice? It's like little Gucci.
Interesting. Never thought about that one. I felt like that man's one of a fucking kind.
That's awesome.
I don't know that anybody can try and bootleg his fucking style.
To be like Gucci,
You know what's funny?
Tough.
Who remember fucking Hambone was one time, Joe, he's like, I don't know if it was a Gucci verse episode or what it was, but he's like, Kaiser, serious question. And I'm like, oh shit, he's got something he really wants to ask. Like, serious. Jake, he goes, how did you, of all people, convince any motherfucker to be a producer on their $1 million TV show? I'm like, what do you mean a person like me? What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
He's racist.
He goes, no, hold on now. How did anybody?
Ever.
How did anybody?
I thought it was spot on.
How did anybody? And why did they hire you to work on Love Island? They could have hired anybody. They hired your ass. Why? I'm like, I got no fucking answer for you, pal. Like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. But he was serious. He couldn't believe, like, yeah, fucking Love Island's got 250 crew members, $25 million show, and I'm in the control room helping call the shots every fucking day. They're like, how do they trust you? It's my favorite thing anyone's ever asked me because it's a backhanded compliment, but at the same time, it's like, I don't get it. You know, he was baffled.
That's so funny.
Hey, listen, somebody procreated with
dude,
him.
By the
so.
way, we got to get that guy on the show. I love that.
I mean, I could call him. He lives like 15 minutes away.
Tell him to get on the goddamn. Send him the link. Get the old boys together.
Right.
Tell him we're
Do it.
raising money for the Duck Dynasty Foundation.
PETA? Yeah, PETA.
No, not PETA. The Duck Dynasty Foundation, literally the opposite of PETA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are not compatible organizations.
Yeah. The Duck Whistle Foundation. We're trying
Yeah, we're gonna kill
building
ducks
hunters
with PETA.
one at a time. How did anybody trust you? He said to me. I fucking
What
thought
does
that
PETA
was
eat?
hysterical. Tofu, motherfucker.
Gross.
I mean, they kill more animals than anybody.
Is that right?
And they're-
Well,
yeah.
they kill,
Don, we got a hot take.
I want to. I'm interested.
farmers kill more animals than anything else. So he's
Well,
right.
Isn't
I'm
it
talking
their
about
job to do
like
that,
for
though?
like rescue places or whatever. PETA kills more animals than anybody.
I don't know about that.
There's a whole episode that Penn and Teller did on their show called Bullshit on Showtime.
I'll
about
watch
that,
it.
where they brought all the facts out.
But they do say that in order to grow like a field of vegetables, you have to kill like thousands of like rats, moles, all that stuff, so that actually
Well,
eating
who-
vegetables causes more
who
animals to
give-
die than eating meat.
Who gives a fuck about rats and moles?
They've all been
I mean-
flushed away.
Aren't you part mole?
Oh God.
You look a little moley.
Oh damn, Jake! He calling you out as a mole, man. Remember in Simpsons, they had the mole man. You might be son of mole man, is what he's trying to say.
Here's referencing the Fantastic Four.
I don't give a fuck about anything that Joe has ever said ever.
Fair.
Wow.
Because me and Jake have the same type of back and forth relationship that you did with a lot of the people in the Schmodown, where we just talk shit to each other and generally just
bless.
accept it.
Yeah.
It's fun that way. We don't get offended. We don't.
But when we
Yeah.
see each other in person, it's all love.
Oh, right, exactly. We understand.
Same with me and Kaiser. We have spent years talking shit
Jake,
to each other.
we're about to
on the
raffle
internet.
off this.
I don't fucking care.
Wayne Gretzky, Houston Oilers patch. He played for the Houston Oilers, right? Him and Warren Moon.
Yes, I know who Wayne Gretzky is. You fuck.
You do?
Warren Moon's #1 receiver in Houston.
Well,
Warren Moon, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yes, I will.
Was he a
I will
lefty?
agree with that.
No, he was right-handed.
Yeah.
He was very underrated.
He also played in the CFL for a while.
That's even more underrated.
I would even Doug Flutie.
Not the greatest of all time. Had a good.
No. But
greatest of all time. Played for
his
Tampa
height
the
and his
last
numbers.
couple years.
The
that's
greatest
like,
of all time is not a top 5 most talented passer of all time.
Yeah, I don't think we want to get into that conversation.
Here we go.
Nothing.
Well,
no, wait.
It's like who's the best quarterback?
We do
from
have
1990
a
on.
Jets fan, a Bills fan, and a Dolphins fan on the panel. So talking about the AFC East is Don's a Tom Brady fan.
He's disgusting for that. You sloppy ass.
Who's the Jet fan, by the way?
That would be the man who's not here to defend his terrible taste in football teams.
Poor
Who?
Frito.
I do love that running back.
He's a Jets fan? My God.
Breece Hall is a stud.
Oh, that kid.
Michael
I wish
Carter
he
is
would've
also
never
a stud.
How do you
Michael
luck?
Carter's
How
a
do
good
you luck
football
into
And so
Aaron
is Zion
Rodgers?
Knight. Which
No,
is
how do
crazy.
you luck into Aaron Rodgers? Get out of here.
They didn't. I mean,
still
they
don't
did,
think
but
they're really going to do anything.
They're not going to do shit.
No, they ain't gonna win shit.
I hope they are 0-17.
that's
somehow.
the problem. They're in
it
the
won't be
best
that bad,
division
but-
in football.
They got no shot at
No.
if they make it to the playoffs. God bless, but they'll be gone in the first round.
It's definitely the best division in football at this point.
100%. It's most
Mhm.
interesting.
And I believe that both the
Bills are the
Dolphins
best
and the
team
Bills
now.
are going to be making big moves
Yeah,
still
but
to
you
come.
forget one thing about the Bills. God hates them.
That's what I'm banking on.
God
I mean, it's not wrong, but
hates the city of Buffalo, football team in Buffalo. He don't eat buffalo wings. He is not down with Buffalo.
If God don't eat buffalo wings, then he ain't no God of mine.
He's a problem. He's clearly a problem. But our guy Satan ain't really doing much to help us anymore. So you know,
it's not.
still reigns supreme. But God hates the Buffalo Bills. That's why they'll never win a Super Bowl.
I'm not a fan
Bison
of bison.
burgers are phenomenal.
Those are good, by the way.
It's too gamey for me.
It's amazing.
I kind of like game.
The leanest of
You ever had an
beef.
ostrich burger
Yeah,
from
man.
Fudge?
Josh,
Not
I like
yet,
it
but I
like
need
little-
one.
Have I ever had an ostrich burger?
There's a thing,
What
yes.
the fuck do you
Fuddruckers.
think I'm doing? Chasing
Fuddruckers.
down large birds?
Yes.
No, they
do it.
sell them.
Hey, would you guys X me out for a minute while I use the bathroom and make a quick ostrich burger?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that. Ostrich burgers are from Fuddruckers. You can.
What do you
order
think
them.
Yes,
the chances are
Fuddruckers
that
had them.
Justin hops in while Kaiser is gone?
What's that?
I sent the link to Justin because he told me to.
Oh.
Justin said he'll
Oh
hop
no,
in for a couple of
he's
minutes, but his
dead
phone's
ass
going to die.
asleep.
No, he's not. He just answered me.
Oh, he was probably in Discord.
He's in Tennessee. And he said he will, but his phone's about to die.
Oh, come on, Wild Love Shack. Who is doing this from our channel?
You
do
tell
you
me.
think?
I don't know.
It's probably Josh.
Why is it always probably me? I
Well,
don't
because it's
understand
not
how
me.
I always get the blame.
It's definitely
No,
not
it's
me.
Jason.
It's not me.
I didn't realize Jason was back. It's definitely Jason. Sorry.
It's definitely Jason.
Oh, no?
Okay, you could definitely think it's me, but it's not.
Oh, I thought you were coming in saying it's me. That's why I said that. I thought you were like,
No, I just
Wait a
got
minute.
back.
No, this one right here is what gives it away. It's Josh.
Peyton
That one
Manning.
there is what
How?
gives it away. 'Cause that gives it
Ready?
away.
You want a hot take? Well, not really a hot take.
You're a
to me,
good
but
actor, but you're also when you get caught, you get caught.
Yeah, it gives it away. It's the wording in it. It's the wording. It's
You have
definitely
a cat that ate the canary kind of face.
the wording. He
You have-
does. It's definitely Sylvester over there. He's definitely Sylvester.
Look, I don't really get it. All I want is my stuff from Thuckataff.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon. I'm not allergic to cinnamon, you know. Cinnamon.
So
All
beautiful.
pretty cat. A deed.
while we are waiting
Oh,
for our
what
guests
do
to
you
get back,
have?
I want to bust out one of these cards.
What do you
There's
got?
tons of them. I picked through a couple that I thought would be fairly interesting.
Uh-huh.
Let's start with a fun one. Oh, we're gonna wait for Kaiser for that one. Actually,
Stop it. Stop it. Okay.
I want to wait for
Yeah,
Kaiser
it's
for that
definitely
one. too.
Josh. It's already definitely Josh.
This one will be fun.
Don't roll your eyes like that, you fucking delinquent.
That's
All
the
right.
first in my life I've been called that.
This is a fun
I'm a
one.
delinquent.
What
Considerate.
song or slogan from a commercial
Mm-hmm.
gets stuck in your head all the time?
Oh God, the Capital
State
One. I'll
Farm.
tell you this right now. The Capital One credit card used to have a commercial that was "Thank you very much. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me."
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either.
The
Yeah,
example
no.
that they give is, "We are farmers." Ba,
Mm.
ba, 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 ba,
That
ba.
one definitely is. Yeah.
J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Yeah,
God
that
damn
was-
it, Frito, that was mine.
That was another one for sure.
1-800 cars for kids. KARS
KARS
cars
Oh
for kids.
yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a newer one though. But yeah,
1-877
Newer?
cars for kids.
I've only heard
Donate
it
your
recently in the
car
last
today.
like year or so, maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
That shit's
old. Okay, see, I
Old.
didn't know. I didn't know. Okay, no, I mean that's. I just didn't. I've
that's
never
been
heard
around
it
as long as
before.
I've been around. I think at least as long as I can
Or
remember.
Oh
Waking
really?
up from a daze
Wow.
at like 2 a.m. because I've got like Nickelodeon on and animal crackers in
Yeah,
my
You just gave it away
Oh
again.
God,
and
no!
rabbits loop de loop.
That's from Shirley
Nobody
Temple.
uses Baltimore Gas and Electric.
I'm sorry. That's the one commercial that
BG&E.
Don't go near. Red alert. You know that's do not touch.
I know one that's not. It's not really a jingle or any, well, it's a jingle, but it's from Sesame Street. The electric company. Do you remember the electric company from Sesame Street?
No, the Sesame Street one that gets me is Phenomena. Dun, 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 dun. Phenomena. Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
But as far as jingles go, I think Jake's favorite has to be Jake from State Farm.
Budweiser.
Yeah, because I haven't heard that
Lies.
for the
Oh,
last
you've
10
heard that
years.
before? Oh, that's weird.
Are you wearing khakis?
No,
The best
I
part
refuse to
of
wear
waking up.
khakis at my
Jake
job.
has never worn khakis. He used to wear them all the time, but now he stopped.
Yeah.
What up,
What's
Matt?
up, Matt?
Oh,
You
what's up,
have the
Matt?
link if you
Going
want to
on?
hop
Going
on.
on,
Kaiser
Matt?
should be back momentarily.
Yeah, Kaiser's here.
Yeah, Matt was with me that whole LA trip. He stayed with me the whole time.
Man, I got to get back out to LA one day.
I want to go to LA.
It's
It's
a
a good time.
shithole. I mean, it's good for like 4 or 5 days, but you don't want to be there any longer than that.
Fair enough.
The
Yeah,
best
that's
part,
Pretty much
Like-
America.
everyone went out there with these lists of things they wanted to do. My list of things was to hang out with Gucci and Kaiser, to eat tacos, and to smoke a lot of marijuana.
Yeah. I did
But-
go to Super Nintendo World with Ryan Payne. That was
Nice.
pretty fucking dope, man.
I want to race
Like-
Mario Kart.
I thought it was just gonna be like okay, and I kept looking around and saying like I'm so fucking happy. This is my childhood.
Idiots doing
That's
it.
dope. I gotta check it out.
I
They,
want to go because they're building one here in Florida, and I can't wait till it's done.
They're also building. They're building a Lego factory here, and they're building like a Lego world with it.
Really
Like I think like 30 minutes from my house or so, 20 minutes from my house.
nice.
But it's supposed to be like a giant thing. I'm gonna see if I can get a job at Lego, just playing with fucking Legos all day and get
Dude.
paid for it.
Those master builders make tons of money, dude.
Well, I ain't fucking Emmett.
You don't know.
Uh,
You don't know.
no, I do. I have a
Do you watch
6-year-old.
Lego Masters? Do you
I have
watch
a
Lego
6-year-old.
Masters?
You don't think I fuck around with Legos every now and again?
That's what I'm saying. You could be
I'm not good at it, but I fuck around with Legos.
Legos. I love my Legos, man. I love my Legos.
Oh, Frenchie's here.
Look at this.
Amen.
Look at this guy coming in.
What up,
What
Quebec?
the fuck you fucking talking about, you fuckers?
Nothing.
Currently,
and
we're talking
everything.
about the jingles from commercials that most get stuck in our heads.
Yeah. You
What?
probably have
You're
different ones
Canadian,
because you're
so we won't
Canadian.
know
It doesn't
any of
count.
yours.
Yeah, we don't need any of yours. We don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
yours.
American channels, you fucking dumbasses. We don't live with like
As
separate.
long as
like,
it involves a
It's
movie,
definitely a whole other part of the world. No,
And I will say,
no
I've watched
crossover at all.
in my life. I've watched a lot of Canadian TV shows. As almost every American superhero or every superhero show that's aired in America was a Canadian show. At least like a good amount of them.
we invaded.
They film in Vancouver.
Well, no, but I mean like the old one, like Mutant X. All of those were originally Canadian shows. Not that anybody other than me has ever seen Mutant X. Fairly sure I'm one of one.
Wow.
Just like Jake, do you remember Action League Now from Kablam?
Look at this.
Bro, I grew up in Germany. I didn't get those shows.
Wait, the fuck?
What is
It's
that?
on Nickelodeon. What up, Hambone?
Oh,
Guys,
Hey,
she's back momentarily.
been a while, man.
I said, I guarantee you. After I sent you the link, Kaiser's like, I'll be right back. And then I was like, I guarantee you, Hambone comes while Kaiser's gone.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh,
I
didn't know Jake was
here. I was just
Justin,
talking.
you missed Kaiser's impersonation of you, which was
Spot on.
horrible.
Holy
crap,
horrible.
now
Now who's here? There's so many people.
Jeez.
Look at that.
What up, Matt?
Yo,
Nice.
what's good? I was just popping in because I wanted to say hi. I'm going to prep for our match later on, but I was just saying hi to these guys. It's been a while. I miss you all, but yeah, I can't stay too long ago.
Who said that?
All right, so
That's
see you
Frenchie.
later,
That's
guys.
Frenchie.
All right, later, man.
See you, man.
Yeah. I like how you just got in here and you're already the first one to be like, "Peace out, man. Have a good one."
Right.
Well, I
Well,
don't
the
know. You've
French
never
are
met
great
that
at trading.
person.
What happened here? What just happened?
Oh, the look on his face, the pure terror. Oh my god, deer in headlights, what do I do? Oh,
What's up, Jake?
What's up, Matt? Did you almost
Sorry.
get arrested at a mall again?
Probably like 3 times.
Well, stop trying to
Security
fuck the
security
police, and that won't happen.
security is on high alert.
Yeah, because you did it like 3 days in a row. You were fucking with all of them.
It's not. What am I doing wrong though? Is my thing. Like I'm literally. I had a fight with a Best Buy manager because he's telling me I'm a fucking asshole in front of customers, telling me to calm down when he's fucking screaming at me. And I'm like, I'm calling corporate, and he hand writes his fucking name on my receipt and says like, call corporate. I said I will. What's your name, Jair or some shit? And he's like, it's pronounced Javier. I was like, I don't care.
He
Doesn't matter.
pronounced it Javier.
Yeah, he said some bullshit. I was like, well, you can write clearer. Yeah, I'd get it right. Oh, I've got so much shit on Best Buy. I swear to God, I'm gonna print out a fucking folder and I'm gonna go to the Better Business Bureau office when I got nothing to do. I'm gonna be like, these motherfuckers right here are a Fortune 500 company and they can't run shit. Fuck them.
This is indeed not the Best Buy.
No, they haven't been a good option to shop at for at least 5 years. I told the guy in the store,
Team
the only
Circuit
advantage-
City.
Oh, Circuit City, they were at least like okay.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Oh my god, stop.
No, but I told the guy in Best Buy, your only advantage over Amazon is that I could come in here and look at the fucking product. Like other
I
than
can go
that,
into Amazon and look at products too if I break in.
well, yeah. Hey, how about I was at a weed shop today because it's right next to the fucking Amazons where they park their trucks. Amazon delivery people or whoever get 10% off. I was like, that's pretty sweet. I should tell them I work for Amazon. I bet they never ask you.
I get 10% off of Weed Whackers.
Oh, you gotta check these out, Joe. I definitely recommend these. These are Steezy's 40 blunts.
I got your Amazon uniform right here, bud.
Yeah. Don and Frito may or may
Let me
not
turn around my camera.
work
Dude,
for that.
I'm telling you, I got you right here, bud. I'll send it to you. I got a vest to go with it.
Are you serious? You'll send me that?
Dude, I swear to God, I will.
He can send
Dude,
you.
I will send you money for shipping.
Yeah.
You know what I could do with that? I could walk around with a clipboard and go to anyone's house and be like, "Oh, hey, your Amazon package got canceled." And they'll be like, "Oh my God, which one?" I'll be like, "Give me your order number," and they'll give it to me. And I'll walk away and I'll reverse engineer their real order, have it shipped to me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I started experimenting with social, I think they call it, what do they call it? Social phishing or some shit.
For a second, I thought you were going to say social security numbers.
Are you trying to steal old people's credit cards?
I'm already on Social Security, so I've got that handled.
Oh,
look who's back.
look who's back. Oh,
Look who decided.
Yes, who's back? Is that Kaiser? Oh, not
yes,
Jake.
it is.
What's up, Kaiser?
He can't hear you.
Oh, I think he can hear us probably.
He doesn't have his headphones in.
Oh, he uses headphones. This fucking guy. Probably in a quiet room.
Matt is like doing his night watch on his weekly patrol.
Yeah. I'm home.
He's just, I'm not here for this.
I'm only in here to say hi to Kaiser.
What I missed?
But I do know that, like, you know, being the busboy for a Waffle House does get pretty busy at times, and you have to get away from you know what you're doing, you're streaming or whatnot,
coming hard,
everything else,
coming hard off the rip.
What is happening over here?
How you doing, Kaiser?
I got one thing to say. Hambone, where you been?
I've been at your mom's house.
At my mom's house in a trash can.
Are you Oscar the Grouch?
No, that's more like that. Jake was in the trash can. I was just kind of hanging out.
Hambone, I gave you the shout out. I loved when you said to me, "All right, look, I got a real question."
Wait, do it.
How
do
did anybody ever
Kaiser.
trust you to produce their television show?
Kaiser, you got to do the impression.
That was my
it was
favorite
spot
question you've ever asked me in the whole. No, you go seriously. I got to ask a serious question. Oh, that was funny.
It was the best impression I've ever heard in my life.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Be honest with you, Kaiser. I think the best thing I ever said about you was you look like the guy in the corner that was lost during the Eyes Wide Shut gangbang.
Wow.
Hold on, now wait. Now let's just
great line.
like I was like trying to find my reservation in my pocket. I had a weird mask on. I was outside of the house because I'm trying to like set it up in perspective to the movie. You know, like how I would have been like my dick in one hand, my reservation in the other, I'm dropping my mask. I forgot the password. I believe it was Fidelo.
Fidelo.
It was Fidelo to get into the Eyes Wide Shut party.
Oh, nice.
Matty Munoz is in the house.
What's up?
Good to see you, baby.
Hell yeah, man. How you been?
You're always a welcome face amongst these assholes.
Oh, Kaiser, I'm so glad to hear that. You know, we have each other's numbers, and I tell people all the time, dude, every day I hope that I see his fucking number ringing me, and it doesn't happen.
It's gonna be a long way.
I mean, come on. Kaiser's famous. You can't be.
Yeah,
Kaiser's all right.
Yeah, Kaiser's famous on the mashed potato circuit.
Yeah,
that is Kenny Kaiser's son.
That's
right. I don't think you understand.
The original umpire's kid.
The original. I would say the first all-star umpire referee in sports,
and also the most hated.
Hated. That's right, Jake. Yes. They voted on that one year.
Well, I don't know if he's still.
But hey Kaiser, you still got that gold card.
Some of them NFL
gold card. That's
some of them NFL refs these days might have been up there with hated. They might have caught up.
Sporting News actually did a poll one year and voted my dad the most hated umpire in Major League Baseball. Like,
by players or fans?
Both.
That's surprising. Players I get.
Here's the problem. There's if you add up Let me explain this to you. If you add up the amount of players in Major League Baseball, the majority suck. George Brett, Jose Canseco, Mo Vaughn, these guys are not voting my dad the most hated. They love him, but they're in the minority. They're the best player. It's the other assholes who don't know how to swing a bat that are voting. He's the worst hated umpire.
Hey, Kaiser, though, I got to get you to stop being so humble, man. At least 10 other people watch Florida Bama Shore. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yo, Hambone,
you
that's
have a chance of being
show.
famous. No, that's what I'm saying. Like you have a little bit of fame to you.
That was my Spartacus.
Well,
Kaiser's a behind the scenes kind of guy.
I think your more recent show is the one that is the bigger show. Love Island is that's a massive hit.
Love Island is a phenomenon. I'm actually very, very proud of that show.
Kaiser, did you win that gig by walking in with your Bobby the Brain Heenan jacket?
I bribed him, yes.
No, he walked in Winnie the Poohing, and they were like, perfect.
Hey, Kaiser, have you talked to Tom since, like, I don't know, the last 5 days?
Tom Dagnino?
Mm-hmm.
In 5 days?
Yeah.
I think I texted with him maybe 6 days ago, 7. I don't know the exact amount.
So a week ago?
About a week ago, I probably was texting with him, yeah.
Oh, okay. We hung out with him, Jake and I, at Mrs. Robinson's, and some fucking asshole tried calling the fucking lawyers on us and the cops.
I heard.
Wait,
you
Matt.
guys are not welcome in Burbank anymore.
Wait, Matt. I would like to hear your side of the fire truck story.
Oh, okay. I can tell exactly how it happened. Because I came back there and my stream was off, and I asked Ryan Payne what happened. And he's like,
not the fight story, the Tom Dagnino fire truck story.
Oh, okay. So Burbank, NBC Universal fire department pulls up to get lunch from the place next door, and Tom, he's like, I ordered this fucking thing here. And he's like, he walks up. Well, at first he talks to the dude in the back, and he's like, hey, you're like Kramer. And the guy didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. And then, I was laughing my ass off because the whole time I saw him lie to this poor woman's face who was just on lunch, okay? Mm-hmm. And this fucking guy lied to her face like 5 times in 1 minute. He's like, yeah, I called this thing over here, I wanted it inspected.
Well, make sure it's clean. Lie, Tom calls a tall tale. There's a difference.
Well, then he's the tallest man I know.
Tom has never lied once.
No,
he fully believes his bullshit.
There's some truth in everything.
Well, that's true.
It's only a lie if you don't believe it.
Yeah, there's some truth there. For sure.
George said the same thing.
George and Dagnino would have got along very well.
Hell yeah. Well, Tom could get along well with anybody.
I could see Tom hustling a job working for the New York Yankees.
Oh yeah, they would love him.
Tom Dagnino.
Despite being a Mets fan, a diehard Mets fan at that.
He should have gone with the Dead. He would have been perfect.
No, but to be honest, man, Tom hustles himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how big of a hustler Tom is. Tom hustles everybody, including himself.
So, Hambone, real quick, where you at? Ceiling Fan Con? Where are you at?
Yeah. So, I'm actually on vacation.
That's Hambone's biggest fan right there.
Yeah, I'm actually, exactly.
Are you at Home Depot right now trying to figure out what kind of white wall you need to get for the...
I'm actually on vacation in Tennessee. I came in here because...
nice. Tell Brandy I said hello.
I will. But, I came in here only because you had requested me by Joe Burrow.
Right.
He said you was out here doing impressions.
So, a vacation in where? Tennessee?
Tennessee.
What are y'all doing, like funneling Maker's Mark, or what goes on?
No, they're making molasses.
You can make almost anything here. It's the whiskey capital of the world.
Yeah.
Wait. Brandy went to Tennessee to make molasses?
Tennessee.
She's from the Northeast.
Hold on, real
syrup
quick.
Capital of the United States.
Kaiser, this is the next evolution of joints right here.
Standing up to piss in the corner of his house. I didn't know what was going on there for a minute.
This is the next evolution of joints. 40 Steezy 40s blunts right here. Oh. Dude, they have a glass tip in them and a rubber stopper. So you could literally light this thing, put it out, put this fucking rubber stopper in here, and it's really like a little pipe, honestly. Once you get it lit, it's just up to you to keep it burning.
Well, I don't smoke blunts mainly because I like to balance my checkbook, on Monday morning. But
How much money do you have in that checking account? I'd like to know.
Are we
That's a really
including
personal question.
Ethereum coin or not?
Oh, I'll include all forms of currency.
My stock in Collider after the deal I made with Harloff.
Oh, that's worth less than the toilet paper I just used.
Yeah, you can't trade that for much these days, eh?
No.
That type of
I might get you some flapjacks in Tennessee, right, Justin?
yeah, that type of money right there, bro. That right there can't be counted. You know what I'm saying? It's way too much to like put on paper.
Whatever you do, Justin, don't go to the Jack Daniels factory.
I'm not going to. Not going.
It's in a dry county. You can't even drink there.
I saw what's his name perform Christian comedy, right? He woke me up like 5 times. He's not funny. He just gets louder.
Oh, Christian's funny.
I guess
it was a good set. Fuck that.
I was asleep.
My favorite person
Kaiser, no comment.
Watch you stand up,
motherfucker. That ain't because of nobody's. Like,
I didn't even have the blunts at the time.
You lie.
That was the most boring show I've been to. Really. Fuck flappers.
All right.
Wait, I like flappers. Oh, you're talking about the comic.
Harloff could suck my dick. I would tell him that to his face.
Whoa.
Okay, that's fine.
What?
Wow.
Do you want to win this Wayne Gretzky
Yeah, Kaiser.
original patch?
Kaiser, love you. Joe, love you. All you guys, man. Y'all have a good rest of your night.
Have a good night.
Like I'm on vacation. I'm back.
I think my favorite person that I've seen do stand up though is Coy, with his complete lunacy, and he's like Bob Saget, like level of dirty. It's so unexpected from Coy, who's got that happy, positive Coy energy. He's like, yeah, I was fucking in the mud, bagging his bitch. Like, what the? Like,
he was talking about some chick licking his asshole.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you hear Coy talk, it's like, it's like Gilbert Godfrey doing the fucking.
Coy's the man. He was talking to some fan after the show, and the dude was pretty built, and obviously Coy is too. And I was just standing there bored, waiting for like 2 minutes. I didn't want to interrupt, but literally they were not going to stop talking. So I was just like, "Hey, you guys are both pretty swole. How much do you guys work out?" And Coy went on for 5 minutes about his workout schedule. I was like, "Damn, sounds like too much work."
Well, Matt, we're not built for biceps and abs.
No, I'm not built for manual labor.
We're built for ice cold beers and dabs.
Yeah, and tits.
We got everything on the table tonight. We're gonna get it all out there. Everyone can talk about.
I mean, I have no problem with anybody.
No, it's that kind of conversation. Look, I have no problem with anybody. You don't normally follows that, but
well, he started with fuck. So I guess
there's always a but after
the butt came first.
Look, I don't have a problem with anybody, but
Well, supposedly I had to be approved to be there.
At the comedy club?
Yeah.
By who? The FBI? I mean, who had to prove you?
Let's just say someone there
Immigration?
might not have wanted me there. And I was like, okay, whatever. I have a ticket. I don't know what they could say to that, but
that's not true.
Jake, real quick, does Carolina have a quarterback this year, or are you going to be the guy? Who?
Bryce Young, right?
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Didn't he already come through the process?
He got drafted this year. I mean, they traded
we had the number one
their
pick.
Entire future for it. So.
I love how whoever's tuned in right now is going to watch a grown man die on camera.
I'm not dying. I could probably run flat out. I could be Jason Bourne. I could run flat out for 90 seconds.
Yeah. You won't be going as fast as Jason Bourne, but you might.
I've been losing a lot of weight, Kaiser. All I've been doing is walking around lately.
Don't mean you can run as fast as Jason fucking Bourne.
I've been trying to run faster than Matt Damon.
I mean, wherever you are right now, you kind of look like Rick Rubin figuring out what his track 3 is going to be on the next Beastie Boys album. You're outside.
Well, that's really what's weighing me down more than gravity.
Jerry Garcia meets Rick Rubin.
That was the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did he call you that?
Yeah.
Did he call you?
No, you did.
What'd I say?
You were like, you look like the love child of Rick Rubin and Jerry Garcia. I was like, exactly. That's perfect.
I thought it was Tom who broke your balls. I can't even remember.
No, it's fine. That was funny. That's like the
of
best
course.
description
No,
of me
I'm
I've ever heard.
I know. I forgot that the joke was me. I thought it was somebody else. I thought
Everybody else goes to shows to watch the Schmodown. I go to shows to get drunk and high,
Yep.
hang out outside. I think I missed almost all of Spectacular. I think I was outside
the
entire
hangout
time.
outside crew, part of that crew, huh, Joey?
Yeah. I just need a drink in my
You're
hand.
like, they sell hot dogs out here. I'm gonna stay here.
No, he went to the taco truck though. Remember the taco truck?
Bro, not the taco truck. Well, that was Mo. But remember that taco spot we stopped at? And then my taco fell out. The entire taco.
I
fell
only
out of the
heard
show
about
when
it.
I went to eat
Yeah. like
was
fucking what's
sad.
his name in that Marvel show
Yeah.
or movie?
Yeah. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I went to take a bite of the taco and everything fell out of it. And it was
Damn.
the saddest
Well, that
moment
happens,
ever.
pal. That happens.
I got the Guardians of the.
I'm gonna call.
Yeah, I think we're about to call it a night.
That sounds good.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Kaiser, for coming on.
I'm sorry we never got to the meat raffle. We never got to open up these Rocky 2 cards. We were going.
What?
You want to?
What are
open them real
those?
fast?
Is that a wax pack?
It's a real pack. These are tops. Rocky
Dude,
2.
What year?
Whatever
the year Rocky 2
came out, motherfucker.
What's that, like 82?
I don't know. I heard that the gum tastes like fucking the bottom of your shoe
don't.
right now. Yeah.
I have 2 packs of 1989 fucking Batman unopened, and the gum is harder than shit.
You know what? We'll use this as a MacGuffin for my return to the show. We'll open it up next time. This is a cliffhanger, Jake.
My goal is to get you.
You don't need
and
did you
come on
and
to have a Gucciverse reunion?
No, I know. I'm saying I was hoping you would vouch for me. I didn't mean to explain.
Jake vouching for you is like I don't know, a leprechaun vouching for you.
I can vouch for that big ass forehead.
Oh, it
takes up half of your goddamn face.
Cousin, I feel like I can supplement my income and land helicopters on this phone. There's money to be made here.
Always hustling.
Cousin,
Always
there's
hustling.
money to be made.
Oh yeah.
At least my hair is still fucking brown. It ain't white like the rest of them bitches in my high school yearbook.
Look what I got, bruh.
What I got. Now
the funny thing is, Tom has probably already sold advertising space on all of our foreheads. Without
not mine. It's not for sale.
Well, yeah, but neither was the Brooklyn Bridge, but someone still sold it. But,
sold it?
Sold it, yes. So that'll do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kaiser, Matt, Jake, everybody who was on. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
Later.
I love how we ended with no other co-hosts from this show. They all
no.